Yeah. Listen, 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 listen. One last fight! Hey! Hey! Last round, gray sky, grid line, lights down, spray off the tarmac, can't see the crown. PHG banner on the pit wall shaking. Whole season on this one lap we're making. Late nights, livery fresh, but my hands tied. Chasing ghosts in a split, still wired. League chat blowing, who's gonna claim it? Thanks, Shaggy, you're the one that framed it. Yeah! PHG World Series in the rain. End of the season, fight through the strain. 4 red lights, then it's all flame. If I spin out, put respect on my name. PHG World Series in the rain. Spray in my face, but I stay in my lane. GT7 dreams on a Friday night. One last lap, one last fight. Turn one, brake late, back steps, hard jumps, hydroplane hunting, feel the thumps, ghost car flicker in my side view creeping, Delta in the red, but my line still cleaning, pit car box now wets, this is our shot, overcut gamble, track getting hot, leader in the wall on the exit curb, I'm calm on the wheel when the whole world blurs. Hey! PHG World Series in the rain, end of the season, fight through the strain, 4 red lights, then it's all flame. If I spin out, put respect on my name. PHG World Series in the rain. Spray in my face, but I stay in my lane. GT7 dreams on a Friday night. One last lap, one last fight. Shout out Shaggy, kept the league on rails through DC. Drops, rage quits, heartbreak fails from quality to warm-ups. We all found gears, turn pixels and puddles into real sweat, real years. Whoa! In the rain, end of the season, fight through the strain. 4 red lights, then it's all flame. If I spin out, put respect on my name. PHG World Series in the rain. Spray in my face, but I stay in my lane. GT7 fam, hit that countdown tight. 3, 2, 1, one last fight. Yeah. Listen, 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 listen. One last fight! Hey! Hey! Last round, gray sky, grid line, lights down, spray off the tarmac, can't see the crown. PHG banner on the pit wall shaking. Whole season on this one lap we're making. Late nights, livery fresh, but my hands tied. Chasing ghosts in a split, still wired. League chat blowing, who's gonna claim it? Thanks, Shaggy, you're the one that framed it. Yeah! PHG World Series in the rain. End of the season, fight through the strain. 4 red lights, then it's all flame. If I spin out, put respect on my name. PHG World Series in the rain. Spray in my face, but I stay in my lane. GT7 dreams on a Friday night. One last lap, one last fight. Turn one, brake late, back steps, hard jumps, hydroplane hunting, feel the thumps, ghost car flicker in my side view creeping, Delta in the red, but my line still cleaning, pit car box now wets, this is our shot, overcut gamble, track getting hot, leader in the wall on the exit curb, I'm calm on the wheel when the whole world blurs. Hey! PHG World Series in the rain, end of the season, fight through the strain, 4 red lights, then it's all flame. If I spin out, put respect on my name. PHG World Series in the rain. Spray in my face, but I stay in my lane. GT7 dreams on a Friday night. One last lap, one last fight. Shout out Shaggy, kept the league on rails through DC. Drops, rage quits, heartbreak fails from quality to warm-ups. We all found gears, turn pixels and puddles into real sweat, real years. Whoa! PHG
And we're back. Welcome everybody to the second day of racing for round 6 of season 3 of the PHG World Series. We had 2 amazing races last night. We got 2 amazing races for y'all today. I am T Case and I am joined here by none other than JK85 and of course from last night, Mr. Mustang Chuck. JK, how are you doing? It's the evening where you are.
It is. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to wherever you are watching us. Yeah, it's in the evening time now. It's still wet. It's been 50 days now, I think. Solid, maybe a little bit more of just rain throughout England. So yeah, fun times.
Indeed. And Mustang Chuck, how are you, sir?
I'm all right. I'm feeling a little under the weather, but it's nothing I can't push through for the betterment of the team. That's what we do to bring you guys quality entertainment and quality racing. Team PHG.
Did you
PHG. I'm
say
wearing my
quality?
PHG shirt. Quality. Quality.
hmm
Indeed. Well, you did a great job last night, Chuck. I enjoyed running that broadcast with you, Mr. Casual, and Oak. If y'all haven't figured out, Mr. Casual is running the broadcast today. So please be sure to like and subscribe. He's doing a great job picking up the extra broadcasting gigs here for us at the PHG team. Um, Let's mention our sponsors real quick. We are so grateful to have 4 sponsors along with us. You can see them scrolling through on this side. There we go. Whoop, I figured it out. There on the screen, we got 40 Racewear. That's 40racewear.com. You can get your gloves, your sim shoes, jerseys, super cool stuff. Check them out. We got the Miss Chronicles, 3 books by our very own Box, aka Velvet Thunder. We got Lithograph Comics. You can find Lithograph Comics on Instagram or scan that QR code. Lithograph Comics, if you're interested in comics, you want to get involved in comics, Greg over there, aka Litho, has tons and tons of knowledge. He's been in the comic book collecting community for decades. And then we have our very own Vex Graphic Designs. That is PD Snow on the Discords. Vex Graphic Designs does a great job. You can find them on Discord or Instagram. A lot of our graphics that you see during this broadcast are courtesy of Vexed Graphic Design. So big thank you to our sponsors. Check them out. We'll have links posted somewhere and you guys can find them or go to our website, papashouseofgame.com. You can find out everything you need to know there. So, with that being said, I think we need to go into what these drivers are going to experience today. We saw it last night, but Chuck, will you take us through what these drivers have ahead of them?
Yeah, of course, my pleasure. So we are going to be racing at Autopolis International Racing Course. The laps count is going to be 22. The tire modifier is 4 times, so 1 lap equals 4 laps tire wear wise. The only tire you're required to use is racing mediums. The fuel modifier is 3 times, and the refuel rate is a punishingly slow 3 liters per second. And the cars are any Japanese Group 3 cars.
Indeed, indeed. So, I mean, that being said, we saw multiple strategies yesterday. We saw some drivers opting to start on the hards, but most did start on the mediums. And then we saw, those drivers who did start on the mediums finishing the race on the softs. I think a big thing we saw was the refuel rate, like you mentioned, Chuck. We saw several drivers leapfrog in the pits because of not having to refuel as much. So that's something that we definitely need to keep an eye on during these races. What tires are they on? How's their tire wear? And how are they doing on fuel? Those are going to be some key components because, as you can see in these awesome graphics, courtesy, I believe these are up from Croatian doing the round infographics. So, shout out to Croatian, who also helps out with the NRL. We see there is rain in the forecast. So, let's go ahead and take a look at what cars these drivers can drive. We have the NSX from Honda is the dominant car here, or at least the one that people chose the most of. Then we have the Subaru BRZ, which is actually the 3rd most picked car. Second most picked car is the Nissan GTR 2018. And then just a couple drivers picked the Mazda Vision Group 3 car. Ignore the GTR 18 there. But the Mazda Vision, we saw Leo in it last night, doing pretty good out there. Then we only had one driver in the NSX GT500. Excited to see them. And I believe we already saw the one Super Drive yesterday. So I don't believe we will see that today. But let's go ahead and take a look at what these drivers, and actually, you know what? Let's note there's a car. We're going to see it here in just a second. There's a car that's not on this graphic that one driver opted to pick. Let's go ahead and take a look. And JK, will you go ahead and read us through these drivers? And if you do point out what Slowpoke Rods is driving, that would be great.
I sure will. So FAF Slowpoke Rods is driving the Mitsubishi, is the one and only that's running the Mitsubishi this weekend. Then you've got PHG's Josh Moment. You've got S7R's Mr. Racing 40, and you've got Papa himself, the PHG Don King of the season is here in Split 2. You've got S7R Nuke, then you've got Sheldonologist, Diablo, Slow K67, Jibby K9, Elzo, my fellow Brit. You got Slick VR2. You got Cold Trickle, or SPC is also known as Saint, and no means least at the end there is Old Man Pip.
Indeed. So 2 RX Visions in this round. I like the mix of cars we're seeing. We got some BRZs. We got quite a few GTRs, NSX, and the lone Lancer from Slowpoke Rods. I guess he is feeling confident from last week. They had to choose between the Group 3 WRX or the Group 3 Lancer at Red Bull Ring. And so maybe he was just like, I've already learned this car. I might as well stick with it.
Yeah, sometimes it's what you're comfortable with, really. It'll be good to get you guys to also see the livery that Elzo's running with the Iron Brew. I'm not sure that drink you can get over in the United States, or it's not easily accessible over there. So yeah, if
I'm
you
glad
can
you
ever
brought
get
that
one,
up.
get it.
We talked about it a lot actually during qualifying, because we
Oh,
were
right, did ya?
admiring, we were admiring his livery, and we're like, I don't know what Iron Brew is. What is it?
So it's a fizzy drink that's made in Scotland. It's a unique taste, but it is pretty delicious. So yeah, if you can ever get yourself hands of a can, and I would recommend you do.
Yeah, I've got a store
Interesting.
local to me called Jungle Jim's International Market,
Oh,
and
nice.
they might have it. It's one of those, if we don't have it, nobody else has it kind of places.
Yeah.
Might have to go and look into that.
Yeah.
If
Go
not, I'll
check
take
that
orders.
out.
A small commission.
Right. Good. Hashtag not sponsored, by the way.
Yeah, no
But
sponsorship there.
no, I grew up in Atlanta, and we have the World of Coke, so that's where Coca-Cola is headquartered. And you can go to the World of Coke. It's like a museum. They have like a 4D experience where the seats move and you're in 3D goggles. And then there's like a whole tasting room where you can taste all the sodas that are under the Coca-Cola umbrella, which is
That's
thousands.
cool.
And you can try them all. And I mean, some of them taste like Robitussin. Some of them taste really great. And it was always fun as a kid. You'd go. My favorite era was the Surge era. Going there and having unlimited Surge as a middle schooler was, as the kids say, peak.
Those
Pete,
those Surge commercials went hard. I do remember that.
Indeed. Well, this is
must have
going to
been
be.
bouncing off the wall with the sugar.
Oh yeah, and we get a lot more sugar than you do over there. I know that much.
You
Yeah.
do. Have you seen the comparisons of your Fanta to our Fanta? Yours looks like it's
nuts.
radioactive.
Yeah, I always like those. I keep seeing these reels or shorts coming across Facebook of the caricature of the European vlogger when he tries American snacks or sweets or Coke for the first time, and he's like,
I watch.
there's
I
so much
watch
sugar.
Irish people try the Try channel. I watch their videos every week, and when they did a Mountain Dew one from America recently, and you would have thought they were doing hard drugs. You would have thought they were doing hard drugs the way
Yeah.
they were after trying 8 different Mountain Dews. They were going crazy. It was hilarious.
definitely.
See, that's the reason why we are back-to-back World War champs, is because we are hyped up and hopped up on caffeine,
Mountain Dew,
on Mountain Dew, and caffeine and sugar. That's why we are back-to-back World War champs.
and we lead the world in diabetes.
That's
Diabetes.
right. Very true.
So there is, you know, what do you want? But we're going to have some great racing. So based on those drivers, split 2, I'm looking here at the qualifying, and the cutoff between split 1 and split 2 was, what is 0.006? So that's what, 6/1000ths? That was the cutoff. 6/1000ths between split 1 and split 2. That is insane. Going all the way down, and I mean, they're all within a second of each other. It's worth noting that all these drivers qualify during the week, and that qualifying time then puts them in their split. They qualified in the wet. So these qualifying times are how quickly could they get around this track in wet conditions. That put them in their split.
It was torrential rain as well. It was
torrential.
It wasn't even just wet. It was just, yeah, it was crazy.
It was insane. But we're going to see here in a little bit, they're going to be qualifying in the dry. So that car selection's going to change it up. JK, you were saying during you hopped in one of Papa's practice races.
View back to the past.
What did you experience there, and what was your car choice?
So I ran the NSX for a race, and my experience of the track actually is that the tire deg is really high. You know, you're chewing through the tire. And what's interesting, and which is different between
name's Ratty.
Le Mans one, is that the track dries very quick and the racing line becomes quite wide.
Ratty the rage quitter.
So yeah, here we are. We're about to start for qualifying now. But that was my
Got more
experience.
cows and common sense.
Yeah, you're right. I was surprised
broken controllers
last night
and pickup trucks.
How quickly the track did dry up, and we even saw some side-by-side action when the track was still wet on the edges. So that line, that's a great point, widens up real quick. You see SPC Cole Trick. Hold up. Did I miss something? When did Cole become watching? Did I say this during qualifying? I think I did. Yeah, Cole is now FAF. Okay, that's fine. I still believe he's PHG.
Blood in my blood, feeding them
Full force we see there, looking very good.
my pocket signal running cheap, but it says hop on game
Josh
night,
Moment,
man.
who was
I'm
formerly
in the ball
BHR,
with a beer in
now
my hand. Wi-Fi wheezing like a broke
Boss
ass
40
mule.
racing
Pain jumps high
automobile.
and I just lose my cool.
GR.
I'm out of the
Josh
ring.
Moment's one of those guys that he can pull out some
Bottle in my fist, got some busted ass lips.
Another FAF. Now, you guys get Monster over there. I'm assuming
I wrote this here. I miss that grip, but if I let
We
one
get
frame,
monsters. Only a few
I'm right of the rage
More
with
skill
mean as a
ones.
snake. Country boy, hard broadband can't take.
the global markets now, aren't they, rather than the States.
right. The internet, it's done some crazy stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Every
So
damn night,
much in
same
NSX,
train
maybe
wreck.
Oh, that was a graphic error. Okay.
It could be a graphic error from last week. So there we go.
Control a flying across the hay. Dog ducks down nose that way. Girlfriend
I'll go whatever the screen tells me.
Exactly. That's why I take a picture after qualifying. I take a picture of qualifying because by the end of the race, I have no clue where anybody is. Here's the Iron Brew. Is this the Iron Brew colors as well?
I miss that grip, but if I lag one frame, I'm done.
Fantastic.
I'm right of the rage
Slick with the color change there and the 8 ball.
can't take.
Look at that.
I've only seen like 10 of them. He's already won it.
He's already won it. And so we got Saint in the Red Bull Racing Bulls SX. We got here NVR in the Spoon. Talking about Fast and the Furious off screen, we know Hector's running Spoon engines. We don't want to mess with that at all. So slow K in the Spoon mobile.
Hey guys,
Keep my audience.
the AI music is playing over y'all doing commentary. Just letting you know.
Music's playing. Okay. Sorry, technical difficulties. That happens here with the OBS. Thank you, Shaggy. Shout out to Shaggy for the excellent combos and races he has given us. We do apologize,
I'm
y'all.
looking at the YouTube chat. Can you guys hear us okay? Just put a little message in the chat. I'm looking at the chat now.
I think we are.
Ears are safe.
Okay, good to go. Anyways, we were just talking a bunch of nonsense, so don't worry about it. We said nothing intelligent. Just talking about beverages. And speaking of beverages, Old Man Pip and the Dr. Pepper mobile with a hint of Viagra on the side.
Thanks, Rick.
Like
For
to be
letting
a
me
pepper
know.
too.
Diablo with Mountain. So
Mountain Dew. It's almost
beverages-
like you prime that.
beverages are the key here, with also the Dubby. I know Salamander's a big fan of Dubby. I have not tried it, but that is a powder energy drink. So you get it in a powder and you just add
I've not
water.
had that. I'm not even sure you can get that in the UK. And if you
Or you can take it straight to the dome, whatever you want to do. You know, to each their own. I think that smiley face on the back just took it straight to the dome. That's what that face looks like to me. So look at here, some drivers getting across the line, a 146.337 from Slick, and Slowpoke Rods just marginally behind with a 146.375. And just behind him, Mr. Racing, a 146.447 with Sheldologist in a this is tight, y'all. 146.587. Wow. I mean, we're not even a second off here, going all the way down to P8. This is going to be a very, very tight race.
Oh yeah, this is going to be great. As they dive down into what I call the tricky bit back here.
Indeed. It also Slowpoke there, also in a beverage related, but I think one that most Americans, and I guess across all the world now, 7-Eleven is a staple everywhere. We all love a big gulp. Here we go, Nuke up to P5. And Slowpoke Rod's going into the pits. We saw this yesterday as also Jimmy K9 in the pits. Various strategies on when to get off the worn tire and put on another set as we are over halfway through qualifying. When you did qualifying, what happened for you, JK?
Yeah, so like I was saying, the tire deg is really high. This track reminds me of Silverstone. It's fast, it's sweeping. You have to carry momentum from the first corner to the last, and that keeps your momentum for the whole lap to give you the fast lap time. But to do that, you chew the tire up. And so for me, I could only get one out lap, one fast lap, one out, and then an in lap, pit, get tires, and do the same thing. You only, my opinion, you only get one good lap. And so if I was going to be qualifying, I would be nursing those tires on the out lap, so I've got all the tire for the qualifying.
Interesting.
Keep heating them as well.
I never put that together, because when you do look at the track map, it is very similar to Silverstone. And we don't get that in the modern Gran Turismos, but I do believe they had it in previous models, or you can get it in the F1. But the big difference here is the elevation changes. Because this also has the off-camber and cambered corners. So some corners you can rely on it to give you a little more grip, and others you got to lift the throttle a little bit as you come over the apex because you're falling away from the corner. So I'm a big fan of this track. I'm a huge fan.
It's a great track, really technical. But like I said, you can almost lose your lap time because there's no massive braking zones. I think off the top of my head, there's one, maybe. Yeah. But other than that, they're very much carrying momentum.
Yeah, the only braking zone really is the hairpin before, as Chuck calls, the tricky bits. Go ahead, Chuck.
Yeah, just especially I feel like, in my opinion, that tricky bit back there, that downhill straightaway into the right-hander. I spoke about it at length last night. If you once again, speaking to carrying momentum, if you hit it just right, then you carry the proper amount of momentum. But if you overcook it, then you're off pulling a cletus and mowing grass. But it's just one of those things you have to hit just right.
Yeah, indeed. There's a lot of just right. And what I always love a track, and you can see here with Slowpoke Rod's inputs that you got to dance on the pedals. You'll see that a lot. You'll see them come off the throttle, onto the brake, back on the throttle. A lot of dancing, a lot of finesse. And you can see he was up in that first sector. Easy to get up on the first sector. We'll see here if he can carry that momentum through the second sector. And he does almost 2/10 up on the second sector. And Jimmy,
the NSX is really strong. Sorry, the NSX is really strong, especially on the first sector. Just suits the car, the gearing, things like that.
Indeed. As we do have different cars, as we look at Elzo in the RX Vision going through here, who's going to be the next across the line? Looks like Nuke is on an out lap. He will not be the next across the line, but it will be FAF Slowpoke Rods. We're going to stay on board with him. He has been purple through the first two sectors. He's got his teammate not too far behind him. Let's see what happens here as he comes around the final corner. It is a tricky one. You want to stay on it. Helicopters on it. And, oh, he's down. But Jimmy K9 able to improve. Good improvement from Jimmy K9.
So that was Slowpoke's out lap. So he was
that
pushing
was his
hard
out
on
lap.
his out lap. It was out lap from pitting. Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Josh Moment improving with a 146. Very nice, taking pole position.
Yeah, that's a super fast time.
Now, what do you guys think about the penalty here? It doesn't seem to be that bad.
No, from my end, I don't recall ever really having too many penalties. It feels like a track that the limits are very clearly defined and very forgiving, unlike some other tracks like Le Mans, where you could swear you're on the racing line, but oh well, you got a penalty. I personally think that it's a very forgiving track penalty-wise.
Yeah, and you serve it on that downhill right before that tricky right-hander.
Papa's had a moment there.
Oh no! We're right on board with Papa here. Currently in P9, you can see that penalty zone there. So it being on the downhill, the half second really isn't bad. It's that, and we saw it yesterday, that 3-second pit lane penalty. It's a tricky pit entry, and then the pit exit during the race will be wet. So these drivers definitely need to think about that.
It'll be treacherous coming out after the wet. Oh, someone's got a penalty.
Elzo on his final lap, he's going to be the first across the line. We're the final runners, currently P13 in the RX Vision. He goes across the line, no improvement there. We'll see where Slowpoke Rods or Mr. Racing is going to be. Papa up to P2, FAF SPC with the only 145, a 145.853. Wow.
Look at that. That is insane.
Mr. Racing back to the pits. Drivers are calling it quits. I like when I do an unintentional rhyme. I did not mean to do that, y'all. Sheldologist across the line, unable to improve.
What a time from Cole, your SPC.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That guy never fails to put down good lap times and excite the crowd. He is an insanely fast driver.
Yeah, he's really fast.
This is where the qualifying in the wet during the week really mixes up the lobbies. You got drivers from all over the place in this one, and I've seen in the chat, it is a stacked lobby of really good guys. JK, will you take us through these qualifying results, please?
I sure will. So in pole position is FAF SPC, aka Cole Trickle. Second is PHG Josh Moment. Third is Papa. And fourth is PHG Slick. Fifth is FAF Slowpoke Rods. Sixth is Sheldo. Seventh is S7R's Mr. Racing 40. And in eighth, you've got Nuke from also S7R. In ninth, you've got FAF Jimmy K9. And then in number 10, you've got NVR Slow Cave 67. In 11th, you have Saint. 12th, RTR Diablo. 13th is FAF Elzo. And in 14th is BHR Old Man Pip.
Very nice. Good on Old Man Pip showing up. A bit out of place. I think he's one of those that exceeds in the wet. So I'm looking forward to seeing what happens. He'll be there in the back, able to stay out of the chaos of what we've seen turn one can be, especially with this grid start, false start check. It can be chaotic in a high speed T1. And you know something I've heard, Papa was shocked that he made split 2. He was shocked that his wet qualifying was so good, but clearly deserves it coming in P3 in the dry qualifying. So big shout out to Papa. We'll try not to curse you. Chuck, what stands out to you?
So what stands out to me is just how the PHG World Series that we have here. It's very unique in how we do things. I don't, I know in Nations and Manufacturers Cup, there's no need to pit during qualification, right? And that's something unique that we throw in there, and it's just it's a testament to a lot of the drivers. I was very impressed to see Papa jump up to where he qualified, as well as SPC / Cole Trickle, because they wore down their fuel so the car is faster, it's lighter, so it's faster, and change tires at the right time so that they could really do a big improvement on their qualification time. That stood out to me.
Yeah, that's a great point, and that's something that you, JK, pointed out, that you really only get one shot. Something I noticed, a lot of GTRs. Is that something surprising to you, JK, in this race?
It is actually, because I think that car's quite heavy, and when it comes to tire deg, I think it's quite on the higher side of the cars that are around them.
Yeah.
So that may play into the hands of other cars around them, but I haven't done enough R&D on that to sort of confirm that completely.
Indeed. Yeah, that is interesting. We saw a lot of BRZs yesterday. That was a popular car amongst the top split. The GTR seeming to come into play a lot more here in split 2. But again, qualifying during the week was done in the wet. We saw yesterday there was a big difference between the NSX and the BRZ when it came to tire wear, especially on that front left. And I've seen a BRZ in real life, and I've seen a GTR in real life. And I can tell you the GTR is much, much bigger than the BRZ. So it's got even more weight over that front left tire. So I imagine to see quite a bit of tire wear. I wonder if these GTR drivers are going to start on the hards.
Here's an option. Is it the fastest option? I don't know. I think if you can get rid of the mediums and nurse them to the intermediates and then switch to softs, I think that's probably the fastest track race time, in my opinion. But the hards do give you that security, because the mediums do wear, as I mentioned, the tire deg is quite high, and you do need to nurse them. And so if you're not comfortable racing like that, and you need to put you're using a lot of steering input, then I would use hots.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We saw a lot of that last night too. I think I even pointed it out. Is that for my personal style, I'm seeing all these the tire meter just getting chewed up.
All cars to grid positions. All cars to grid positions.
All right.
On hards.
Yeah, I agree. Especially in that GTR, we saw it. Especially the controller drivers. We saw how bad it was on that front left. Shaggy struggling to make it to the end. Jersey struggling to make it to the end. So we'll see here. Josh Moment in SPC P1 and P2. Off the line we go. SPC's Cole Trickle in the NSX on the racing mediums. It's a good launch. Josh Moment just behind, and we see further back cars jockeying for position. It is a false start check. Slowpoke Rods does not get it slowed down. He is in the kitty litter. Looks like everybody else gets it together, and that is great news for SPC, as he is now pulling away from PHG's Josh Moment. Coming into turn 2, looking clean, single file behind. Oh, almost contact back there. between P4 and P5, but all is good. Coming around here into my favorite sector, and you can see Josh Moment applying all kinds of pressure to SPC's Cole Trickle. We see 3 wide in the background as an overtake happens further back. Incredible stuff happening here. Looking like a big battle between Jimmy K9 and Diablo. S7R's Mr. Racing in the mix too as we look from behind. Back on board with SPC Cole Trickle. Maintaining that P1. An exciting start to say the least, wouldn't you say, JK?
Yeah, it's an incredible start. I mean, I'd love to see what happens to Slowpokes. It's not like him to...
another driver in the wall further back.
I've just seen that.
Driver in the wall further back. They're going to be hashtag last place. I don't know what happened there.
The rain is a good big game changer, so stay in there, guys, and keep your race, keep your head on. But yeah, I'd like to see what happened with Slowpokes on the first corner.
Not sure what happened here. You can see, who is it that lost it?
Elzo spun up the rear tyres. They were cold. You know, it's the first lap coming off the start. They were cold. So yeah,
that is unfortunate, and that's the difference, you know, between, like we were saying, Silverstone and here. Is that was one of those off-camber corners. The car is falling away from the apex. And when you get on the throttle, especially on those cold tires, unfortunate for both Slowpoke and Elzo there, both having a self-inflicted MDK as we see Josh Moment now looking at a move. What do you see here, JK?
He wants to get this over and done with, and he wants to check out. The thing is, he's overdriving, and when you start overdriving, like I mentioned, you know, you're going to start chewing those tires up. Sometimes you'll make the time up by sitting behind this car, keeping your tyres nice and cool, saving a bit of fuel using the air in front of you to short shift, because you know you can make the time up in the pit. So for me, you need to remain calm, don't over push it, because you'll ruin your own race otherwise.
Indeed, and it sounds like he's listening to you, because as you were saying that, you could see him calming down. Let's take a look at what everybody's doing here. SPC on the racing mediums. Again, Josh Moment also on the racing mediums. PHG Papa staying in check on the mediums. Sheldologist on the mediums. A bit of a gap there with a lot of pressure from Jimmy K9. Diablo also on the mediums. Slick on the mediums. S7R's Mr. Racing on the mediums. Saint on the mediums. Medium runner Old Man Pip able to make up several positions due to mistakes. Slowpoke rods back into P11 on the mediums. NVR's Slow K on the mediums. S7R's Nuke on the mediums. And FAF Elzo on the mediums. So everyone on the same strategy. Does that surprise you at all, Chuck?
No, it doesn't. You know, a lot of these are very highly skilled drivers. That is also the, well, I guess it does a little bit. That's not the strategy I would have gone with because, once again, like I said, I am not comfortable running the tires beyond maybe about halfway-ish. And as we saw last night, like I said, it's going to get to that point before the rain hits. But these are all highly skilled drivers, and they can be able to make the car do what it needs to do to get through until they need to switch tires.
Indeed. We saw Papa creeping in the mirror there, and Diablo and S7R's Mr. Racing battling it out into a tight hairpin into this long but very rewarding left-hander before we come up to the big braking zone. Back on board with Josh Moment on the brakes, getting it done, taking a bit wider line than SPC. I think SPC going a bit defensive there.
I think
back on board with
Slick. Probably the hardest. Sorry.
Say that again.
That corner that we just went through, I think that's probably the hardest one on this track because it almost dips at the top and you lose all the traction on the rear wheels.
And that's what we saw Elzo, fall victim just of that very
even
thing.
More so, yeah, absolutely. Even more so with the FR cars, you know, you've got all the weight in the front, no weight at the back, and all of a sudden the elevation changes, lifts the back of the car up, and you spin up.
Indeed, as you saw, we just went through, as Chuck has coined, SpongeBob Bridge there.
Yes, sir.
On board with Josh Moment. I never knew until last night that the other side was yellow. I only had paid attention to the green side, but then running the broadcast, I was like, wait, the backside's yellow. It does look like SpongeBob.
Yeah, he's just trying to get some driving tips so he can pass Mrs. Puff's boating school. Finally get his L's.
He's ready. He's ready. We saw their SPC run a little bit wide at turn 1 of that apex, allowing Josh to take the lead. Now, Josh Moment in the lead. Josh Moment taking advantage of that wide apex there from SPC into T1, allowing him the overtake into T3. And there we go, Josh Moment getting the move done.
If you look at what Cole's doing, he's short shifting.
So
This is not his fastest pace. He is managing his race, and he's like, fine, you go ahead. I'm gonna drive behind you.
That is, and you can see based on the his lap delta there, 0.8 off his fastest. You can see that. So
yeah,
Cole,
he's managing his race.
That is impressive from Cole. Very smart. We'll see. Now, these guys can really control the whole pace of the race. It is not easy to overtake here. It's a lot of long, sweeping corners. Only one real heavy braking zone. So they can really take control and dictate how this race plays out, as it looks like Papa's fallen a little bit further behind with almost a 1.5 second gap. But he's got a 2.5 second gap from Sheldologist. Looking good on fuel and looking good on tires as well.
Absolutely. I think any driver that's following that closely behind and not being over aggressive, they're not thinking about overtaking on the track, they're thinking about overtaking on the pit. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
As soon as you start fighting with people, you slow down, your lap time slows down, you bring everybody up that's behind you back up with you to be more chaotic, and you're burning tyre and fuel all at the same time. So it makes sense. If you can follow that close, then follow that close and do it under the pits.
And it's not easy to do. We saw yesterday, the dirty air does affect you. Trying to follow close through, especially the high-speed corners. As you see, SPC a little bit, not an intentional lunge, but based on where Josh was braking, approached him very quickly. Trying to get the throttle down in a turn like this with the dirty air, very difficult.
With
you
5 laps in,
keep your,
it'd be interesting to see the tyre deg and the fuel rate between Josh and SPC. Just to see that difference between the Nissan.
Fuel looks to be the same, but tire deg is worse on the Nissan. What were you saying there, Chuck?
I was just going to say that that's one of the things you got to keep your wits about you when you're doing that strategy of following around behind somebody. I like to do that too, to try to get in someone's head like, hey, I'm right here, I'm waiting for you to make a mistake. But at the same time, and it's happened a few times for me, where especially if it's under the custom slip, which I think it's under real slip for this race, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, if it's under custom slip, that's a real good way, and it's still even possible under real slip to just get pulled in, sucked into the back end of somebody, and you end up, punting somebody when you honestly didn't intend to do that. Yeah,
absolutely. It's that Constantina effect, isn't it, where it looks like you've got more space, and all of a sudden you start to brake, and then it gets very close, very quick.
Indeed, and you can see that gap between Papa and SPC. It was 1.5 seconds, now down to 0.7 seconds. As SPC applies the pressure to Josh. But again, like you said, JK, short shifting, and around the outside, he's just trying to get through safely, not trying to overtake.
He's just letting him know he's there. He's letting him know he's there, and he's playing mind games right now.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
But Josh Moment might be. You just don't know what's going through Josh's mind. He could be going, well, I'm not racing hard either. I'm trying to save fuel, and he's got a load of time left in his back pocket. You just don't know.
Yeah, you really.
We'll find out. We'll find out in the last couple of laps.
And we saw that yesterday. The last 3 laps snuck up. I was running the broadcast yesterday, and I didn't realize we were on the final lap both races. As we see Slick up the inside of MBR's Mr. Racing side by side here in the right-hander. So Mr. Racing will have the inside. Slick unable to get by, but can he? No lunge there from Slick. Mr. Racing able to maintain
Is
position.
this a gaggle of GTRs here, is it?
Indeed. Indeed. And that has brought Diablo up into the mix. RTR's Diablo just behind Slick there. Very nicely done. So yeah, this race after the rain comes, it finishes real quick, and you're not ready for it.
Right.
No.
And look at that, a gap formed between SPC and Josh Moment, allowing Papa just 0.3 behind SPC.
Yeah,
now,
wonder if Cole had an issue there.
Yeah, he
We've got
must
a
have.
spare second, guys. Don't forget to do your thumbs up for the broadcast. It's
Indeed,
appreciated.
yes.
Helps
Thank
everybody.
you. Yes, please like and subscribe. Mr. Casual doing a great job running this production, and we greatly appreciate it. As we see, again, Slick staying there with Mr. Racing, Diablo in tow. Nothing separating them. This is the tightest we've seen it all weekend. By this time, yes. Go ahead, Chuck.
Oh, I was just going to say, yeah, it's definitely very, very tight. I mean, you can see maybe 3 to 4 small groups, but they're still well within striking distance of each other, and it's definitely making for a very interesting split.
Yeah, Talon's made a really good point as well in chat about Papa fuel saving like crazy. He is. It's a good point.
You can
Nice
see,
one,
wow,
Talon.
yeah. He's just barely under that quarter of a tank there, so 3/4 of a tank of fuel. Whereas, what's SPC at here? Not too much more, but definitely more fuel burn from Josh and SPC. And you can see they've caught back up to Josh.
What's the tyre wear between Josh and Cole now? Because that looks pretty poor on the. It is. It's nearly a quarter left on Josh's car. He might struggle to get. He might struggle to get to 14, 15 laps, which is when roughly the rain's going to be coming.
And Papa's right there in that boat.
Yeah, and
Papa's in a great position. You know, he's saving fuel. He's right there behind Cole. He's got no pressure behind. He can just run his race at the moment, run his time, look at his delta.
He's looking real good.
Josh Moment. Let's take a look at that tire dag again for Josh Moment. But yeah,
wow.
If it was me, I would just let SPC and Papa through and try to get to where you got to pit, because as it looks right now, he, like you guys said, he's not going to make it.
Yeah, he's been over driving on that front left. You know, rather than letting the car do the turning, he's been oversteering that car to get around the corner. And that's what's cooked that front left.
That's easier said than done, as we are all racers here. Letting someone by is not in our nature. And Josh is traditionally a controller driver. SPC and Papa are on wheels, so that's also, as we know and we saw yesterday, the controller drivers do struggle, especially with that front left, because there's less nuances you can do with a joystick than you can.
Yeah, if he's on his controller today, then absolutely that will be explaining the reason why his tires look like they're about to fall off in the next 2 to 3 laps.
But as we know, and as we've seen from the Joker series, he is a dominant driver, and I wouldn't be surprised if he can make it work. Will he win this race? I don't know. But can he maintain a solid finish? I definitely think so.
Oh, absolutely. We're talking about top drivers here. You know, everyone in the whole championship from Split 1 down to Split 4 are all top drivers. But you know, you look at the names in Split 2, any one of them could have been in Split 1. So
absolutely,
yeah, top drivers.
I mean,
it's interesting to see what's happening there, because Cole doesn't look like he wants to push it too much. So is he doing a lot of fuel saving here? The eyes on the prize in terms of, I'll sit behind you and save a load of fuel. You might be slower, but there's no other pressure. Or does he decide, I'm going to go and check out? An interesting one, and Papa might be thinking the same thing as well.
Yeah, and you can see how much pressure he's applying, and we saw it yesterday. You know, in the first, or in Split 1 and Split 3, kind of that P1 driver did check out. They pulled away, and there was a lot less pressure. It definitely wasn't this tight, and you could see again I mean, the battle for P4 is insane right now. Just back, you can see there, Sheldologist leading the charge with 3 other cars, 3 GTRs pushing behind him. Like you said, the gaggle of GTRs. Wow.
It's now a murder of GTRs.
A murder, yes.
A murder.
I believe that's what you
let's
call.
just keep changing that up.
Yeah. We did
crows is a murder of crows.
It's
Now we
a
got
murder of GTRs. But you know what? It'd be interesting to see what that group will do. Will they fight each other? Will they look at it and go, "We're catching the front 3 here. Let's just follow each other until we get there." This is shaping up to be an absolutely incredible race.
I can't wait for the Rainmaker to come into play here, because it's going to make this a lot more fun. As we know, the NSX is really good in the wet compared to the GTR. But their tires, I mean, they're not great, but they're not terrible. Fuel's looking okay there for Shell. A little more fuel and a little more tire wear from Mr. Racing. Looks like Slick's in the same boat. And Diablo. Ooh, Diablo's front left. I wonder if Diablo's on controller. Because that looks like a controller front left. Or my front left. I'm on again. Tire save.
It's
my life.
looking like it's screaming at the moment at him. I think the drivers, in my opinion, that are on the money to win it is between Cole and Papa.
Yeah, it is. It is looking like that.
The final position for podium, it could be anyone's, because that group of GTRs behind are coming. But I think the win is between Papa and Cole.
That'll be.
I'm calling it early. What's that? Lap 10. Lap 10. I've called that. So yeah.
You're living on a prayer, because we're not even halfway there, as we see SPC up the inside of Josh Moment.
Well played, sir. I see what you did there.
I know. I'll toot my own horn on that one.
Take my tires and we'll make it, I swear. Or no, take fresh tires and we'll make it, I swear.
There we go. Great drive. I could not handle having a driver on my bumper for 10 laps.
It's not even that. It's even the following car.
And there he goes.
There you go.
Josh makes a mistake.
Done.
Wow.
I'm going to go back and see if there was a little bit of contact. I don't know if there was contact to move him.
It didn't look like it.
If anything, it might have been net code. I don't think there was too much there.
Nope. He's not on him. He's not on him. Let's see as we go under SpongeBob here. Again, still no contact. Josh breaks it. Oh, a slight bit, but Josh was offline and off braking there. Cole taking the racing line. To me, I take no issue with that.
Me neither.
No,
Me neither.
And you could argue that could have been a slight bit of lag, could have been a netcode issue, or anything really there.
And even if it wasn't,
definitely wasn't.
Even if it wasn't, that's kind of my whole adage of Rubbins racing, right? There's a difference between a little bit of door banging and outright dirty driving, and I don't think that was a case of dirty driving.
Yeah, and what I expect Cole to do now is to disappear up the road a little bit now. He needs to. If he doesn't, it's a missed opportunity in my opinion, because Josh will be suffering with those tyres.
Yeah, and Josh can hold Papa up a little bit too, allowing SPC to get some breathing room. But clearly Cole is not worried about it. And there Josh up the inside with the lunge. I liked that. That was aggressive. And it looked good to me. And
Josh is not having it.
Yeah. If you're going to leave the door open, Josh is coming through.
Yeah. Josh is saying, I'm not making this easy. I might be screaming up my tyres, but I'm not going to make this easy for you.
Very nicely done as we see these drivers about to go under the SpongeBob bridge. This is where Josh went a bit deep on those worn tires. Can he keep it tight? He does, hitting that apex, not allowing Cole through. Very nice. Let's take a look at this again here and see how Josh lunged up the inside. So we're on board with Cole, currently in P1, back on board with Josh. Here we go, up into the hairpin, as we were talking about. And look how defensive Cole goes, but he doesn't commit. He leaves the door open, allowing Josh through, and that was brave and bold by Josh, but I'd love to see it. If you're going to close the door, you got to close it all the way and go ahead and hit the lock.
Yeah, that was a half attempt of a defence there, and then what it done is it affected his line into the next corner. And if he hasn't practiced that line, he would have missed his braking zone. Hence the reason why he sort of overshot that a little bit.
What was it David Harbour's character said in the Gran Turismo movie? You gotta commit! He said it over
Gotta
and over.
commit.
You absolutely have to commit. I can tell you what, these two are. I don't know how Josh is being so quick still with tyres.
Guys, something happened to
fall off.
Papa in P6. I don't know if we can try to get a replay. I just saw him drop down. Papa was in P3, currently in P6. As SPC goes for another move. What happened to Papa? No, he already fell back, so we missed it. But, oh, there he goes. He gets run deep. He gets run really deep into that corner and falls back. I don't know if he had dirty tires or what, but that is unfortunate from Papa.
I think everyone's suffering with tire deg now, I think.
Yeah, that probably had a lot to do with it.
A lot of understeer. The understeer will come into play. We're going to see a lot of drivers going deep. And you see Papa in P6. I mean, he's still on a good track, and it's still close enough. He's not too far behind. Still get back up there as he's been fuel
These
saving.
two guys are inseparable. What a race.
Maybe they're going to become best friends.
They probably already are. They're probably texting each other while going around.
Can we just
We
become
all
best
know-
friends?
We all know Josh likes to text and drive. So,
In a game only, though. Yeah.
in the game only. I don't know that he's old enough to have his driver's. No, just kidding. He is. Just barely, though. Only a few years old.
Looks like Cole's got a run on there.
Ooh.
He thought about it.
Oh,
There was a slight
that.
knock there.
Little bump and
Yeah,
run.
I don't know if that was movement under braking or Josh maintaining his line and SPC not getting it slowed down. Tell me what you see here, JK.
There's no speed, isn't there? I don't know. We'll see now when we turn up. You've got Cole creeping up under the slipstream, pulls out. I think he just missed his braking zone. Unfortunate for Josh, he's a victim now. I'd imagine the stewards probably have something to say about that, maybe. Potentially.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I gotta say so too, because
The thing
Josh,
is,
it wasn't a defense; it was taking the corner, and that's the difference.
yeah, there was no there was nothing, no malice there at all. I think, there was an overspeed, tyres are knackered, your braking zones move by meters when you've got an overspeed and your tyres are dying. So it just could have been an overthought from SPC. But you know what? I'm not here to make a decision on what happens there. That's someone else's job. That's someone else's job to unpick that.
Yeah, we're not stewards. We're just talking heads on the internet. But that's a prime example of what I was talking about before. Slick with a little.
Josh really struggling as Slick.
Josh is really struggling with these tyres now.
He's hurting.
And also, you got to remember, he might have broke early as well compared to SPC. There's a lot of factors in that incident caused it, and none of it is down to malice. There's a combination of overspeed, tyre wear, differences in tyre wear. He's come in. If he switches to inters, he is going to have a rough time for a couple of laps. Because I don't think the rain comes in till around lap 15, if I remember off the top of my head.
Yeah, you can see how foggy it's getting out there. We had some blue skies earlier. There's no blue in the sky. And Papa now back up to P3 because of those pit stops. But yeah, you could really see the struggling. And I want to point out, we have an excellent stewarding team that handles any issues. And look at that, a 3-second penalty for Mr. Racing entering the pits. Josh Moment.
Looks like he took on a little bit less fuel than Josh as well. Josh put on more fuel.
Indeed. Unfortunate 3-second penalty, but again, the penalty isn't so bad here.
No,
SPC looks like he's got a couple laps left. Yeah.
Yeah, I think, like I said, I think Cole's in a great position. Josh is obviously, he's a fast driver. He's always going to have something to say about it at the end. But I think his tyres going so quickly is an issue.
Yeah, definitely.
And it might play a factor in the end to his race. Jimmy K9, S7 Nuke. Ooh.
Yeah.
That was an aggressive overtake there.
This is
thing is, these guys are all realising the rain's going to be coming. Yeah, everyone here knows the rain's going to be coming very soon. and so seconds mean a lot because it goes from being dry to Jumanji style tsunamis within seconds. So
It really does.
they're all in. They've all come in. They'll all jump into intermediates.
And depending on where you are on the track matters as well, because you have other cars out there drying up the track as it starts to rain, but we haven't seen any rain yet. But clearly, I see a windshield wiper.
Yeah. Rain's just come in, so everyone's timed it to perfection.
Insert "here it comes" meme here.
I mean, look at the tyre wear already on the intermediates for Josh, just running that one lap on dry.
Wow.
Yeah, and that will hurt him.
It will, but it is going to come down to who's brave enough to switch back to slicks, which we imagine, since everybody got the mediums taken care of, will switch to the soft tire, run till the end after the rain falls. But Papa, even with whatever happened, back up into P3, looking good.
He's had a great recovery run there.
Nice. Yeah. Oh
yeah. Cole came out in first as well, didn't he?
He did. Cole running a solid.
Slicks had a great first stint on the mediums to get him in that position there.
And I mean, Cole with a 3-second gap there, maybe taking on just enough fuel for the Inters run, and then we'll need to refuel again for the Slicks run. Celgeologist in P4, Josh in P5, and to your point, with much more worn intermediates, Mr. Racing in P6, and Diablo in P7, Nuke in P8, Saint in P9. The pit stops really shake things up here. One more pit stop to go. We look back at P10 slow, and FAF Jimmy in P12, BHR's Old Man Pip in P13.
Wouldn't mind a Dr. Pepper at the moment. I tell you what, having all these beverages on screen isn't healthy for me, because I know I want to go out and get a Dr. Pepper.
Especially not an American Dr. Pepper.
Talon is like the oracle of all knowledge. I'm just looking at chat on YouTube, and he's made a good point. SPC and Slick may get pens, so Papa at the moment is potentially could be P1, dependent on obviously a steward outcome.
Stewarding tickets.
Yeah, again, that's if one goes in. There's a lot of variables there, and again, you've got to look at the telemetry and the previous braking zones and the wear on the tyres. There's a lot of. I'm glad I'm not a steward, basically.
Yeah.
Because you could go to town with it. But yeah, good point. Nice one, Talon. Indeed. Guys, also don't forget, hit that thumbs up for Mr. Casual.
Smack that like and subscribe.
Smash that like button and hit subscribe. That's what we say in the PHG community. Smash
it. Smash it real good. And you can see the windshield wipers turning off, and the moisture meter there in the bottom left-hand corner is going down. We will start seeing a drive line.
So with this track, it's really interesting. So unlike Le Mans, when I mentioned that the margin of error is very narrow when it came to the transition from wet to dry, the racing, the racing line is very narrow. On this track, it's different. It becomes very wide very quick, and it dries extremely fast, and so you can become more aggressive very early on when you switch back to the racing softs, which I assume people are going, because you look at it now, you can already see a dry racing line, and you could argue that you could probably come in now if you wanted to, if you really wanted to, if you were confident enough that you won't overshoot it, then you'd come in. Maybe one more lap more. We'll soon find out with this couple of cars that are coming through now.
Well, especially with Mr. Racing being in P6, he's going to have 5 other drivers ahead of him who are staying out, who are going to continue drying up the track. So, like you said, I wouldn't be surprised if this group right here goes ahead and dives in, but it looks like, no, they're staying out. They're going to play it safe, one more lap. Maybe somebody in the back will be bold. Old Man Pip, we will know. Oh, and Slowpoke, interesting, on the full wets. And there we go. Old Man Pip being bold.
He crashed. That's ruined it. That could have been a masterclass. That could have been a masterclass of I'm going in early, I'm going to make up a load of time. That's unfortunate.
It's like, I'm going to be a hero.
Just couldn't get it
Boom.
stopped.
Oh,
A good
no.
thing it's not heavy damage, so that damage will heal itself. And, you know, it still could work out. He's definitely going to get that pen. As we see Cole Trickle now 4.5 seconds ahead of Slick. I imagine he will come in here.
Yeah, he's checked out.
Yeah. I think there's some favoritism. Amanda is saying that Diablo is having a great race. Even though there's no favoritism.
Diablo is having a great race.
But you're right, Diablo is having a great race. So yeah. Yeah, but I still think there's favoritism. You can't hide it.
Everybody's got their favorite drivers and their favorite teams and their favorite manufacturers, right? It's unavoidable.
Yeah, I'm my favorite driver. So
Yeah. There we go.
Just to say I'm not racing.
Oh yeah, but I'm the same way. I mean, when you're not racing though.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
We should see SPC, sure enough, into the
He's
pit.
coming in. Did he get it stopped? That looked like he was going in fast.
Slick and Papa barely getting in. That could be a penalty for Papa. He barely got across it. Sure enough,
he hit
a
it.
bit of drama there, but he is good on fuel. He will not have to refuel as much as the other drivers. But let's see here. He runs a bit wide, tries to get it slowed down, and just barely clips it there.
I wonder if that was an afterthought and he was thinking about going another lap and then thought, the car in front's going in. I'll go in with them. It looked like a late sort of a late decision to go in. So is that Mr. Racing? He's out there. Look at his tyres; they're a mess. He should be trying to drive down the wet stuff.
Nuke also on the enter still. So some drivers, at least, wanting to lead a lap or be in the top 3 for part of this race. Because it has been so dominated by SPC. Saint there in P3 still on the enters. And look how close Slow K is. I don't remember them being nose to tail earlier. Papa in P6, he's got that 3-second penalty. Has SPC ahead of him. And look, he was able to get ahead of Slick there in the pits. Papa came in behind Slick, but because of the fuel difference, he came out ahead of Slick. But here we have the 3-second penalty. Let's see if this allows Sheldo and Slick ahead, or Papa's able to stay ahead of Slick, because Sheldo will need to pit here at the end of this lap. 3-second penalty applied.
I think he's going to drop behind Josh.
Oh, and Josh would love to get back ahead, but no, side by side, and barely. With enough room given. Respectful racing. Let's look at this again.
That was brave, because he was on the racing mediums going round, and that's interesting that he's gone back on the mediums rather than the softs.
I think with that tire wear, he was just too nervous to try to make the softs last.
And we did say that at the beginning. I think the GTR is going to struggle with the tires, and I think Josh is sort of showing that.
And Sheldo stays that way. I didn't realize Sheldologist pit. This is brilliant from Sheldologist.
He's on the race. Yeah, he's on the racing soft, so he's going to be rapid.
He just launched up there. That is incredible. Yep. So now back ahead of Slick. They were battling it out early on, and Sheldo really showing some great race strategy here. But can he hold Slick off?
Can you see what I mean by the racing line? You can fit 2 cars on that dry line. You can race, and you can. Whoa!
Perfect timing.
No prisoners there. Yeah, there you go. It's almost like I planned that.
Yep, too wide going into the hairpin.
I'm in Slick's ear going, go on, do it now, mate, and I'm going to start talking about it.
That was a very good move from Slick. Josh Moment now applying the pressure. Not quite enough room on the inside.
Yeah, I think he went for it, realised that's wet, I'm not going to stop. I'll sit myself back there again.
Let's look at this between Slick and Sheldo. So here, I mean, it is tight. It is technical. They're going much slower than the rest of the racetrack, and you can see there's just enough room. He didn't shut the door.
He even went on the wet stuff, man. He got that.
Good racing. What did Senna say about if there's a gap?
Yep.
Yeah, if you
Here's
don't go for the gap, you might as well just quit racing.
Exactly. But that was just to justify his unsportsmanlike dive bomb. As we see Slow run very wide.
He
here,
doesn't. He
still on
really
the
doesn't want to
enter.
be out there. I think.
Oh, no.
I think he's trying to go to the end. He's trying to get them
He's
wet.
doing a no stop. No.
Yeah,
here he
I
comes.
tried. I tried that as a bit of a research on Thursday when I was in Puffer's thing, and I think I spun about 15 times. I was talking
Josh
to C-Dubs the
up
other
the
day.
end. Can he get it slowed down? He does on the curve.
Oh,
Wow, what
just
a
on it.
move from
Look at
Josh
him go.
from downtown. Very
What's
nice.
his what's his previous lap time compared to Slicks and then Cole's? Just want to see if he's going to be catching.
He's
them.
on a 49. Cole's on a 47.
Okay.
Don't think so. Slick.
No, yeah.
Yeah, Slick also on a 47. But Sheldo fighting back from Josh. Up
And the thing is,
inside.
Sheldo's on the
Let's
softs.
go.
Oh, nice.
whoa.
He's going to have so much more pace on the corners.
This is beautiful racing, guys. Thank you so much. I'm loving it.
Nice
This
and
is
clean.
great. This is what we're all about here, guys and gals. This is what we're all about.
Here we go. Sheldo goes defensive. Josh going deep. Sheldo, both of them getting it slowed down. No contact. A bit of contact there. Oh, and Sheldo maintains the lead. Very
It's quite
nicely
impressive,
done.
actually, how much Josh can break late on them medium tyres compared to someone on the softs. He's almost on par, if not later, and he's still getting the car stopped. So that, again, just shows the amount of talent that's out there on show today.
Oh yeah.
This is incredible stuff. The battle for the final podium spot is on. We're about to start the penultimate lap here. We are on lap 20 of 22, coming to the end of lap
Papa's
20.
having a good showing as well, and he's on the softs.
Papa's hoping these two can fight it out, and he can say, "Okay, I'll take P3 back. Thank you very much."
Yeah. How about you two crash, and then I'll just take it. I'll take that,
Freebies.
thanks. Yeah.
Freebie.
Yeah, we're going to get a great view here from Papa's perspective as we see Josh. He went down the inside. Will Sheldo leave it open for him again? No, not close enough to send the lunge. And Josh is just holding on, maybe hoping Sheldologist makes a mistake.
Yeah, I mean, the problem he's got is Sheldon is technically on the faster tyre.
Josh just went purple by almost half a second.
Half a second. Yeah, he's not.
Was
he's
the
not
first
playing any
sector.
games. Yeah.
And now the cars are low on fuel. They're lighter than they've been. And Papa now engage as Sheldo runs wide on the exit. PHG Josh Moment back up into P3. Papa's right there behind him, hoping to pick up the scraps. And look, Diablo.
I think Sheldon. I think Sheldon's gonna have to fuel save.
Yeah, he's very
I don't
low.
think.
They got.
I think he's nursing a fuel issue.
Yeah, you can see. Look how much better fuel Papa has as he goes up the inside. Nothing Sheldo can do. Will Sheldo fall into the clutches of Diablo?
Yeah, I think.
So Amanda, you're not wrong. Diablo having a great race.
Yeah, Amanda, you're 100% right. He could end up just flying up all these positions. But yeah, I think Sheldo's fighting a fuel issue here.
Indeed. SPC about to start the final lap. He's going through the last
Josh
two
Moment had
corners.
a massive moment there and caught it. Jeez.
Well done, Josh. Josh, plenty good on fuel. So here we go with a 6-second gap. SPC, Cole Trickle, starting his final lap, and it looks like Slick doing good also. Josh Moment coming across in P3. It was a Canadian 1-2-3. The two Americans got in there to separate them. And there we go. I've been watching the hockey highlights from the Olympics, and I'm pumped for the U.S.-Canada matchup coming up here because, man, did those games look good. I'm not even a hockey fan, but I started watching them last night, and I was like, this is good.
I kind of want to start watching hockey, but from what I understand, the ladies team actually
they won it.
Yeah, they won it. Like a come from behind victory, which is it's always impressive.
Papa's coaching Josh.
Yeah, he is, and you can see he is on the softs, whereas Josh Moment on the mediums. This is the final lap. Can Papa find his moment on Josh Moment? Only time will tell.
Yeah, sorry, Chuck. I didn't mean to cut you off there. I just was looking at the screen and saying.
Oh, you're good, buddy. You're good. You're good.
That Papa's really gaining on Josh here.
There aren't many opportunities left, though, and you can see Slick up in the distance. This is going to be a great final lap. It looks like there's battles further behind as well. This is a great race we've had. Split 2 never fails to deliver. As we come around and we see Papa still, there's really not an opportunity. Josh needs to make a mistake, is what it boils down to. And this is where he made a mistake at the previous lap, right, Kay?
Yeah. He got all slightly. He done it again. There, you can see the front end going all over the place.
Yep.
At
And here comes
SPC. Well done, Slick Rick. P2, barely any fuel left. Coming across Josh Moment with a great recovery. Papa P4 can't be mad about that. P5, 6.
Still they managed to make it in the end.
S7R going to be 7 and 8 with FAF Jimmy and P9. Saint going to come across P10. NVR's new Slow K in 11th. And of course, FAF Slowpoke Rods with that issue early on. Going to come across in 12th. Old man Pip, who almost was on for a brilliant strategy before bending it into the pits, coming across as our final driver. I gotta say, that was incredible.
Oh yeah.
Well done, the Grinch. Not eat nice or
Grinch.
I tried, he tried. Chuck, will you take us through these race results?
Yeah, sure. So our winner is FAF SPC, aka Cole Trickle. In P2, we've got PHG Slick. He's a fellow VR racer, actually. In P3, we've got PHG's own Josh Moment, followed by P4, our proprietor, PHG Papa. In P5, we have PHG Sheldologist. In P6, we've got RTR Diablo. In P7, we've got Sector 7 Racing's Nuke. In P8, we've got Sector 7's Racing's Mr. Racing 40. And in P9, we have FAF Jimmy K9. In P10, we have Saint. In P11, we have Slow K67. In P12, we have Slowpoke Rods. In P13, we have Old Man Pip from the BHR Racing team. And in P14, we have FAF Elzo.
Wow, that was good. That was a
crazy.
good race.
Yeah,
that
was entertaining.
That was well done. I do want to shout out. I mean, Diablo did go from P12 to P6, so I believe he had the most overtakes there as far as moving up. So big shout out to Diablo.
And in the words of Amanda, no favoritism, but he
No
was having a great
favoritism.
race.
Yeah, I don't even know who the guy is, but that was incredible.
Right?
I feel like I need to get
JK,
to know him now. Sorry,
exactly.
mate, you're gone.
JK, your driver of the race before we go to break.
I've got to say Cole. I think he managed the race, in my opinion. Yeah, I think he managed his pace and he executed the plan perfectly. So for me, it's Cole.
Very nice. And how about you, Chuck?
I'm gonna have to go with Papa. You know, he had some issues earlier, and he managed to rally it and put himself in contention for a podium. Didn't quite get there, but a top 5 is still a very respectable position in racing. So props to Papa for being able to recover from his mistake earlier and being able to charge back up to P4.
Very nice. Well, I'm going to say 2. I'm going to break the rules. I'm going to say 2. My 2 are going to be Slick for moving up into second place after starting in 4th. But then I'm going to say Josh because he fell back really far after that incident in T1. And to fight his way back onto the podium on the alternate strategy there on the mediums was very impressive. And also to keep his composure the way he did. That was I think that might have been some of the cleanest driving we've seen from Josh all season. And so I need to put him on there. So that gives us Cole Trickle, Papa, Slick, and Josh Moment as our drivers of the race. We'll let y'all vote. Mr. Casual has the poll up in the chat. We're going to take a short break, and then we'll come back with Split 4. So don't go anywhere. Like and subscribe, and check out the website, papashouseofgame.com.
See you later, guys.
but the skies always break. Every time Shaggy sets the stakes. He lines up the lobbies, the cars all shine. But here comes a storm, right on time. Oh, Rainmaker, why you gotta pour? We just want the track dry, nothing more. Every race, we're splashing through the lane. Shaggy, my friend, you're bringing the rain. The tires are slipping, the turns get wild. I'm hydroplaning, losing my style. We asked for the sun, a clear blue sky, but puddles keep falling, and I don't know why. Maybe it's luck, maybe it's fate, or maybe Shaggy's laughing at our state. Oh, Rainmaker, why you gotta pour? We just want the track dry, nothing more. Every race, we're splashing through the lane. Shaggy, my friend, you're bringing the rain. I see him grinning behind the wheel. He loves the chaos, that's his deal. But one day soon we'll outsmart the skies and leave the Rainmaker high and dry. Oh, Rainmaker, why you gotta pour? We just want the track dry, nothing more. Every race, we're splashing through the lane. Shaggy, my friend, you're bringing the rain. Oh. I don't know why, but the skies always break. Every time Shaggy sets the stakes. He lines up the lobbies, the cars all shine. But here comes a storm, right on time. Oh, Rainmaker, why you gotta pour? We just want the track dry, nothing more. Every race, we're splashing through the lane. Shaggy, my friend, you're bringing the rain. The tires are slipping, the turns get wild. I'm hydroplaning, losing my style. We asked for the sun, a clear blue sky, but puddles keep falling, and I don't know why. Maybe it's luck, maybe it's fate, or maybe Shaggy's laughing at our state. break. Every time Shaggy sets the stakes, he lines up the lobbies, the cars all shine. But here comes a storm, right on time. Oh, Rainmaker, why you gotta pour? We just want the track dry, nothing more. Every race, we're splashing through the lane.
And we're back. Welcome back, everyone. We just had an exciting split 2. And it looks like the voters have come in and the proprietor wins driver of the race. Congratulations, Papa. You did an
Well done.
excellent,
Congratulations. Good race.
excellent job. So we're back for split 4. There are a couple open spots. We didn't have as many people qualify because much like the GTWS, you get 2 drop rounds. And a lot of people are choosing this to be one of their drop rounds. However, we just saw some incredible racing. I actually wish
Really
I
did.
was participating in this as well.
That's right. There's a
for
few
those-
spare spots. Get in there. Go
right?
commentator while racing. Go on.
I don't have it turned on. That's too much work. That's too much work. My microphone's here. I'd have to move it over. I didn't know.
Right.
Yeah.
But anyways, I am T-Case, if you didn't know. I got here JK85 and
How you
Mr. Mustang Chuck. We are on Mr. Casual's channel, so if you don't mind doing so, please smash that like button. Perhaps subscribe if you haven't done so already. We also have 4 sponsors, believe it or not, for the PHG World Series. We got 4D Racewear. That's 4dracewear.com. You can get your sim racing gloves. You can get sim racing shoes. You can get jerseys, all sorts of cool stuff from 4D Racewear. Oh, excuse me. We also have the Miss Chronicles. Miss Chronicles brought to you by our very own Tussin Box, a great series. You can find that on Amazon. Lithograph Comics. Lithograph Comics you can find on Instagram. If you're into comic books or are interested into getting into comic books, check it out. Scan that QR code and give Lithograph Comics a hello for us. We also have Vex Graphic Design. That's PD Snow on the Discord. A lot of the graphics here are done by Vex Graphic Design. So thank you, Vex, for sponsoring. And then finally, we have, let me think of it while I wait for this graphic to change. Did I say all of them? What?
I think you did.
I did say all of them. I could have sworn I had a 4th one or a 5th one. But no, that's all our sponsors. So thank you to our sponsors for doing that. So this is season 3, round 6 of 7 of the PHG World Series. Let's take a look at what these drivers are going to be doing. And Chuck, will you tell us what these drivers are doing today?
Yeah, of course. So once again, we were at Autopolis International Racing Course. We're going to be going around 22 times. Tire modifier is at 4 times. So once again, as I said before, 1 lap equals 4 laps of tire wear. The only tire that is required is your racing medium tires. So that gives you an opportunity to play with some strategy there with the impending rain. Fuel is 3 times with, once again, like I said before, the punishingly slow 3 liters per second refuel time. So that's going to definitely come into play when it comes to with your strategy on track with fuel saving. And lastly, the cars are any Japanese Group 3 car.
Very nice. Yes, like you pointed out, and we've seen in the last 3 races, fuel and tires matter. There will be some rain, and what tire you start on will determine your finishing tire. And also, these different Japanese Group 3 cars have very different tire wear. So let's take a look at what these drivers are driving. You can see the NSX is the most popular. We saw it was the most forgiving on fuel, but also, the most forgiving on tires, but the worst on fuel. Second choice was the Nissan GTR. Very hard on those front tires. Then we had the BRZ, which is also pretty tough on those front tires. We have the Mazda RX Vision, which actually seemed pretty good all around if you can tame that Screaming Eagle. We had a driver in the NSX GT 500 and a driver in the GR Supra. Let's go ahead and take a look at what our split 4 drivers are this afternoon. Mr. JK85, take us through it.
I will, but before I do, Papa wants me to say something in an enthusiastic way, and it is boogity boogity boogity.
Wow.
So
That was
there you
great.
go. There you go, Papa. I've done it for you. I expect a check in the post. Pound coins or dollars be all right. I'll start now. So who we got racing today is PHG C-Dubs, BHR Fernando Button, PHG Arrow, Pabst. Is that right? I don't know whether I'm pronounced. I've probably just butchered that, so I do apologise, my friend.
Yeah, that's correct.
PHG Iron Fix, RQR, These Nuts. I'm sure you've done that deliberately, so I said that. Done that deliberately. No Boosty. You've got NVR Maverick. We've got Radar, Root, PHR Johnny Boy, and FAMC Stamps, and Dirt McGirt.
Dirt McGirt. And what a mix of of drivers we have here. Very interesting. And it sounds like Vetterdan is also joining the fun. It is Paps, a very famous.
This is like a. This is another stacked lobby. What's going on?
Right? This has been a stacked weekend. So
Oh, it
Pabst
really
Blue
has.
Ribbon is a very famous beer here. Pabst Blue
Yeah.
Ribbon, but it is Pabst.
Yes, that is my go-to cheap beer. I love my Pabst.
Yes. So you were saying it right. Good job. And we saw D's Nuts and a few others in there. Gonna be interesting. Can't find a better Dan joining the lobby. Love to see it. Split 4 is where we get to have a little more fun, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I'm definitely
Yeah.
looking forward to seeing how No Boosty does. I know he came to the community through my channel, actually. Jumped
Okay.
in on while I was streaming practicing for a nations race or something like that. And I've been kind of getting him some tips, and I, put him onto the PHG community as well as our Discord. So really excited to see him develop as a sim driver.
Awesome. Very good to see. I mean, that's been great. There's been so many people who I've no clue who they are because I'm bad at Discord. My apologies. If I don't respond to you on Discord, it's not personal, unless it is. But it's not. I promise. But it might be. You know who you are. So it's fun to see all these names who I'm not familiar with, and all the new teams we've gotten. Really, I mean, this is technically the PHG World Series, but I mean, it's become a global racing scene, and I love it. I really do. I'm grateful and happy to be a part of this community. I think it's a great time. I enjoy hanging out with y'all. Like getting to do these productions is a blast, and getting to know everybody. So if y'all haven't done so, check out the Papa's House of Game website, Papa's House of Game.com. It's not games. Don't put an S at the end of games. It won't take you where you want to go. But Papa's House of
Nope.
Game.com will give you all the information you need. You can join the Discord. It's a very active Discord. Papa's streams are phenomenal. The rest of us stream, as you can see here, and we just have a good time. And it's fun. Try to do our best to be respectful. Things don't always go out to plan, and that's racing. But
Yep.
have
That's right.
fun and enjoy it. We don't have anybody maliciously crashing you in here. Will you get crashed? Yes. Is it going to be on
Hey, it's
purpose?
racing.
No.
Yeah, it's part of racing.
It happens. It's just like JK said, it's part of racing. Sometimes we saw it in full effect with SPC in the last race. I mentioned it earlier in the broadcast. Let's see if I can get up on the camera. You're in that draft, and you know, you hit that brake and it just kind of sucks you right up. And sometimes you get tapped and you get sent.
Part of it.
You know, we definitely in the PhD community on the PhD race team pride ourselves on clean, hard racing. I say all the time that I've got no problem doing a little door banging here and there, but I'm not going to wreck you intentionally. That's not me or
That's
our
right.
community's
No.
intent. And I'm pretty sure it's just Carl, him and I, when we went Army versus Navy in a league race a while back, and we were doing some door banging and having a good time. Unfortunately, I had a equipment malfunction and I had to quit out, and that ruined the fun.
That definitely sounded like an excuse to me. Was that a technical glitch of yeah, I'm getting beat, I'm just going to turn it off here.
I won't throw anybody under the bus, but let's just say I was with a different manufacturer than Fanatec when it happened. So we'll leave it there.
Oh man, yeah, no, it's really good, and that's something you get in in most league races, especially if it's a tight community league race. I'll throw NRL out there for it. IRO, we got PHG World Series. I think VIP is going to be starting a series soon. When you're able to communicate and like actually talk with the other drivers, it's different because in dailies you have no clue, and there are people in dailies who are there just to wreck you. Like that's their whole, like they enjoy it. And I mean, whatever floats
scummy
your boat.
people out there.
Yeah, I happen to remember a certain personality who frequently showed up in various YouTube videos of his name rhymed. I'm not going to say it so that he doesn't magically manifest himself onto the track. But I think we all know who we're talking about.
I wonder what Japanese-shaped car Corvette Dan will be driving.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. I do like this Bang. I believe Bang is an energy drink, and I'm a big fan of this blue-pink combo here from Pabst.
Yeah, I've never had it either. It's big in the apparently the law enforcement and the military and veteran community. I've never had it. I kind of really don't drink energy drinks. I did back in the day, but it's a slippery slope with energy drinks.
And,
but if you like it, you like it.
Try Red Bull and vodka. That's
Red Bull. Red Bull's where it's at. Red Bull is that's the only energy drink I drink. I'm a Red Bull man through and through. Fernando B in the RJ Sugar Shuffles. If you don't know who RJ Sugar Shuffles is, check him out. He is a livery master, and this is one of his Johnny Walker liveries here for Fernando.
That is a beautiful looking car. I need to go and tap that fella up. Get him to design me a car.
Yeah, no, RJ is incredible, and he's a really nice dude as well. And there we go, Papa with the rising sun in the background with Lithograph Comics. Arrow always sporting that orange, maroon, black contrast. Got to meet Arrow in person recently, and what an awesome human being that man is. Better Dan in the Dale Earnhardt NASCAR Honda. They're looking good. We did recently celebrate. Did you celebrate? No. We remembered the anniversary of Dale Earnhardt's passing at the Daytona 500. That was weird. Sorry, guys. I was thinking of anniversaries, and Sailor Moon there.
We get what you're saying.
I never got into Sailor Moon.
You're celebrating a man's life.
There we go. Thank you. That's what it was. Ooh, this looks mean. Iron Fix.
That looks really cool.
It looks like something out of oh my goodness. There we go. It's from the Upside Down. I was going to say Twisted Metal.
That's a great series, by the way. Go and watch it.
I loved it, right? I played the game growing up, but the show, I mean, it's objectively bad, but it's awesome at the same time. I love it.
It's so bad it's good. Reason.
It's so bad it's good.
No, but I love. Here we go.
The main female character, she's in a bunch of shows that I like, and seeing her play that role was absolutely hilarious. Ooh, in the Bass Pro
Oh
Shop,
no!
Oh,
deal of Dirt McGurk
Dirt
going
McGurk,
right
hell.
round, baby, right round.
like a record, baby.
Speed bump,
No.
giving a little bump, saying, "Hey, get out of the way."
That's a cool little maneuver as well.
Silly coasties. I kid.
There's no rivalry there at all, is it?
Oh no. If you're a vet down in the comments, you all know that it's one big sibling rivalry club. We're all family. We all talk smack about each other, but at the end of the day, we're all on the same team.
Maverick with a 46 flat.
Wow,
Go
for
on,
split
Maverick.
4. That's
Hey,
not bad.
it's just one big split one, isn't it? Really, let's face it.
I mean, I look at the qualifying times, and yes, you are correct. Four A+ drivers here, filling in the spots. Is it fair? We'll leave that up to you, because we don't care. We're enjoying it.
Yeah, and
you
that's
have
just-
good racing. You only
that's
get
just-
fast by racing fast people.
Yeah,
Facts.
and you know, it just goes to show the quality of talent, like we've highlighted over and over in these races, that we have, you know, A+ drivers all the way down to split 4.
Yeah. And like I said, if you feel, I'm a bit slow, go and race a fast driver. You make you quicker, and if you can befriend them, then they'll tell you everything they want if they're good people.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
And you get that in PHG. Anyone that's not in PHG listening, you want to get fast, and you want to learn. There are a bunch of people that can help.
Yeah,
Well said, JK. Well said.
And
because
and even within the PHG community, you've got other teams in there that will help as well. So you've got VIP, you've got FAF,
Yep.
you've got S7R, you've got a whole bunch, and there are other teams I just can't remember. So I do apologise if I've missed anyone out there. There's the ones that came in top of my head, but yeah, you've got a whole community of people that are willing to help. Me personally, I don't mind helping people.
Absolutely. Yeah. RSR is another great one to mention.
RSR
in there.
Yeah.
And it's true. And so something that's happened to me, I prefer road cars. At one point, I was very competitive in Group 3, 2, 4 dailies, like Race B and Race C. And then I really just started focusing as we look at a replay of Vetterdan, see what happens here as he comes into the pits. Does he cross the line? He does. Oh, we saw this. We saw Old Man Pip do it. Good thing this is qualifying, but it is, and it won't affect his fast lap because
he's not used to the Honda brakes.
No, he's used to those Chevy brakes, which let's be honest, are worse than Honda brakes. And
I didn't think they had any brakes.
I didn't know they had brakes.
Honda brakes.
Just Google Corvettes and coffee. And watch them leave and spin out and crash.
Isn't that Mustangs as well?
The Mustangs as well.
right.
Challenger, Charger, any V8 in America. Americans don't need a V8. Let's stick with a turbo 4. We're gonna be fine in that. We're gonna be fine. Our roads are too big for that much power.
TKs, we are no longer friends.
Well, you drive a 4-cylinder turbo Ford.
I also have a V8 Ford.
But what do you drive?
That's
what
fair.
do you drive?
That's fair.
Yep.
We are no longer friends.
I've got the one in the middle. I've got a 6-cylinder Ford. So between us, we've got them all.
Well, and technically, my MX-5 is a Ford Mazda 2-liter. And then, the Mazda 6 and the Fusion of the early 2000s and the Tribute/Escape shared a 2.5. And then everything else shared. The first-gen Focuses, which are great Focuses, shared the 2-liter that my Mazda has.
I remember a YouTube video I found just a few days ago. It was on the Top Gear official YouTube channel, and it was like 20 minutes. Oh, Patch is purple. Oh, you're good, man. You're good. But it was basically 20 minutes of Top Gear's Best of Ford or whatever, and Jeremy Clarkson really liked the first gen. I think it was the first gen Focus STs and all that. He talked about how you'll come through the turn
like
and
a Civic. That's why it drove like a Civic.
Yeah, Talk about
Ford-
tearing your face off. And I'm like,
Ford
can't
Yeah,
confirm.
I mean,
managed to copy
that's
what
full
Honda was
purple.
doing, and it was incredible.
And talking about the torque vectoring, like I can feel it in my own ST. If I decide I want to, shall we say, accelerate aggressively to the flow of traffic, getting onto the highway, I can feel it working through the wheel. And he mentions in the clip, he says, it's quite odd. You can feel the system working, and I'm like, yeah, it is. Like even my brothers-in-law, who I've let drive it, it's weird, but it's kind of cool. It's like, oh wow, I'm not gonna shoot off the side of the road because the car's trying to, keep me on the straight and narrow.
But I will point out, if you buy not a Ford ST or Ford RS, if you buy a regular Ford Focus, a regular Ford Fiesta from the 2010s and on, as PAPS goes to a
45.7.
45.7.
Wow.
Wow, very nice. If you go to that modern Ford Focus or Fiesta, not an RS or not an ST, your transmission will not work and your doors will fly open periodically
Yeah,
because the door latches don't work.
yeah,
Let's
I've
be
heard
clear
that.
about that. And
Oh
look at
my
that
goodness,
Maverick with a
Maverick,
45
Wow.
4. Let's go.
Oh
Let's
my lord!
go. And the BRZ. Let's see what Stamps does. Does he go into the pit? No, he's going to finish his lap. He's at a 45, 46, 46, 7. Stamps up into third place. RTR. Johnny Boy, Speed Bumps. Looks like Speed Bumps is ahead. Who's coming across? Iron Fix. Iron Fix up to P10 with a more than 6/10 improvement. Arrow across the line. P8 with a 1.2 second improvement. Speed bump across the line. There we go. No improvement.
First and second lap times of, I mean, what is going
That's
on?
outrageous.
Before.
Wait, hold on. Let me look because I take pictures because I'm a
got
journalist.
in split.
That would have been pole. Yeah, no, that would have been 1-2 in split 2. That would have been 1-2 in split 2 because SPC did a 145.8.
Yep.
That would have been. Oh my goodness. So Shaggy's going to reset the lobby, get all the conditions right. There might be some grid order changes due to drivers not qualifying during the week. Because obviously, if you didn't qualify during the week and you throw down these times, we're not going to start you first. So we're going to see some last to first. I'm predicting it. There's going to be a bottom 3 to the top 3. What do you think? And Dirt McGirt does not own wet tires, so he's gonna have to go shopping.
He would have definitely struggled.
If I were Shaggy, and maybe because I'm a Rick, if I were Shaggy, I'd say tough and let it go without him getting a chance to buy the tires. But Shaggy's a nice guy, and what are we gonna do with nice people? Like them? Come on.
J-Dog down there in the chat, going back to what we were talking about the Ford Pro. Believe it or not, my dad had I think it was a 93 Ford Pro GT. That's where I learned how to drive stick.
Oh, nice. I learned in my brother's 98 Integra Special Edition, and that is not a forgiving transmission. And then I got a 96 Accord 5-speed, and that is a very forgiving transmission. So learning on the Integra and then going to the Accord was a nice way to learn stick. So here we go. JK, take us through these results here.
So so in pole we've got Maverick with a 145.4, and closely followed by Paps with a 45.7. You got Stamps with a 46.7. Fernando Bottom with a 46.9. In fifth place is C Dubs. Doesn't show a time on there. That's odd. I'll just make one up. A 46.921.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah. And then we got Vetadan with a 47.3. Johnny Boy with a 48.3, Arrow with a 48.6, Speed Bump with a 49.1, Iron Fix with a 49.8, and Dirt McGirt with a 50.3, and Radar, it appears he didn't qualify, so he'll be going starting from the back. So that'll be interesting to see that happen.
So I'm seeing that C-Dubs and Raider are both supposed to start from the back, but C-Dubs wanted to come out flexing. He's like,
That's right. Yeah.
Raider, more restraint. He is Canadian, so we expect that. Coming out, just not qualifying, but C-Dubs needed to flex on everyone. But very interesting there to see those times come out. This of all the races, this is going to be the most random. Is that the right word?
Yeah, I think you're right. There's a lot of
different.
There's a lot of different drivers and their pace in this race, so it's going to be. I think it's going to be a group of two different races, if I'm completely honest with you.
Yeah, I think it's going to split up. Go ahead, Chuck.
Yeah, I was just going to talk about C-Dubs coming out there flexing. While any of you know anything about United States Marines, they don't do anything subtle. And C-Dubs, I believe, is a United States Marine. So he he definitely came out flexing hardcore on down here in Split 4.
Straight flexing, as they say. I didn't do the thing I usually do, so I was screenshotting there a pic of that order because this is just crazy. This is an insane lobby. I don't know what to do about it. I don't know how to feel about it. Let us know in the chat. What do you think about this split 4? Because there are only 5 rounds that count, right? Only 5 rounds that count. We have 7 rounds. So everyone that competed hard, did try hard mode 1 through 6 can kind of coast now. But we have drivers who, were competitive but weren't quite there. I think that's where we're seeing Talon, who's I think currently P3 in the standings. We got Mr. Casual, who's running this broadcast. Mr. Casual is in the top 10 in points. He's able to sit this round out. So we're seeing different drivers like, hey, this is my chance to advance. And we're seeing other drivers, this is my chance to pump the brakes. And hopefully what I did during the season worked. JK, if you were doing this series, think back if you can remember. If not, don't worry. About what races have happened. Is this a race that you would compete in, or a race that you would have marked as hopefully skip?
I would have probably skipped Le Mans and
there we go. Well said.
And race this one. Because Le Mans, I don't know. There's less chance of an issue to gain spots, whereas here you saw in the last race, there's a lot more at stake and closer racing, so you could maybe, if you weren't the faster driver, pick up points purely because of people fighting with one another.
Yeah, well said. And I'm excited to see this one play out. Hopefully the drivers are making their way to the grid and Shaggy's getting everything set up. Chuck, looking at all this, knowing who we have in this race, I mean, predictions are ridiculous. But what are you expecting, I guess, is the question.
All cars to grid positions.
I am expecting
to grid positions.
It's going to be a good finale for this round. That's the only thing I can say is I'm looking forward to some great racing.
Great racing, and here we go on board with Maverick on the racing mediums, the required tire. 5 lights on.
Green flag,
and they're out. Here we go. Green flag. Go, go, go. Look at the smart choice of a little bit of traction control. They're at the start. The BRZ with a GTR. Several NSXs, and we see 3 wide into T1. Better than trying to make a move.
Quite quick.
Woo-wee! Everybody going after it, and you can see how that has played into Paps and Maverick's hand there as they pull away their stamps. Better Dan falling back to P5. He was wanting to move up. Looks like everybody got away cleanly. Everyone's still on track. No drama, just excitement. As you can see, Fernando up the inside, and he's going to get it as Better Dan gets squirrely behind. And that is Fernando B up ahead of Stamps. Well played on lap 1, trying to gain the advantage when he has it, because we've seen how difficult it is to overtake around here.
Yeah, aggressive, clean and aggressive. Perfect.
Clean and aggressive. You got to love that. I mean, who doesn't like that?
Yeah, that's huge.
It's
a good
and you see Stamps going back at. Oh, wait, but a glitch. It looks like a little bit of net code there.
Yeah, I thought he missed his gearing or something. Oh, he went out there wide.
Fernando B running wide, and you can see Linus Stern further back there, and it looks like Maverick, almost 3 seconds ahead. Now Stamps under pressure. Better than Speed Bump and Johnny Boy on the back end of him, and he's got Fernando B ahead, who took advantage of the opportunity. Very nicely done by all drivers. I didn't see anything egregious, anything out of place there. Just good, hard racing on cold tires. I'm seeing a lot of racing mediums as well, except for PHG Aero, who perhaps does not feel comfortable making those mediums last.
Racing soft? Wow.
Wait, what?
It's a bold strategy, Cotton.
Johnny Boy is on softs.
JKY, tell me why.
I don't know. Maybe he thought that he didn't qualify as high up as he wanted to, so he's going to try and jump a load of spaces where the track is completely dry, and then run the wet session, and then finish up on mediums.
I mean, and that does make a little bit of sense. Yeah, that does.
The thing is, yeah. Sorry.
It does make a little bit of sense because we've already talked about how the Mazdas are good on tires too, right? So, I mean, I guess it does make some sense. We'll see how it plays out.
And also,
or it could be that he just hasn't practiced and he's on, I think softs are going to be perfect, and just went with it. We might be overthinking it. So, anything.
I'm going to lean into that one. I know Johnny Boy. And I'm going to say JK is spot on.
I didn't even realize I had to change my tires.
Wait, what are tires? Watch him not have wets or inters.
Is this not daily race speed? What do you mean tires and fuel? What's that about?
What's that about?
It's like this was racing or something.
Yeah, exactly.
So P1 and P2 have checked out completely. Where are we with Raider and C-Dubs? Our A+ drivers who are currently working their way through the field. C-Dubs unable to move up too much. He's currently in P11. Looks like Raider's up to P8. Interesting to see as they go onto this track. Oh, and Iron Fix gets a little squirrely. Perhaps a little bump. Iron Fix currently in P9. It looks like that must up. Dirt McGirt lost out a position because of whatever happened there. And it looks like C-Dubs now on the aggression.
He's taking 2. Yeah, he's taking both of them.
C-Dubs with the 2-for-1 special. And then goes bit deep. Dirt McGirt, Iron Fix really losing out. PHG Aero in P12. What happened? So we are on board there with Dirt McGirt. Dirt McGirt gets into the back of Iron Fix, who goes too deep. Dirt McGirt seemed to be on the racing line. That allows C-Dubs through. For Dirt McGirt, it's up to him to pass safely. Iron Fix now goes deep again. Looks like C-Dubs gets through cleanly. How does Dirt McGirt get by Iron Fix again on the inside? Nothing Iron Fix can do there. Just getting caught out. So that could be another one we see some issues raised. later on. But well played by C-Dubs to get through that kind of chaotic turn 1 and 2 very cleanly.
Yeah, I mean, C-Dubs saw that happen. Went, thank you very much. I'll have you both. I'm going to disappear into the sunset.
Exactly.
Iron Fix was able to hang on to it too, so that was actually some good driving. Hang on to it.
Yeah, yeah. And the Super is hard to keep hold of anyway, and to get smacked and then to still hold it is impressive.
Oh, Fernando B now attacking Vetterdan. What's happening here as they come into T2? Fernando not able to get ahead of Vetterdan, but NP5 and applying really good pressure to Vetterdan. Two different cars. The NSX we know is better on tires but worse on fuel. Fernando B in the GTR, which seems to be the worst on tires, but is a bit better on fuel. Let's see what happens here. So Fernando B actually ahead of Vetterdan. We see Vetterdan up the inside. Fernando doing a good job to catch it. He's got Vetterdan there, and Fernando B, nothing he can do. Vetterdan up the inside. Well played. Can't find a Vetterdan.
Yeah, that was a good pass. Looks like Vetterdan's going to try and get into a rhythm now and catch up with the car in front, and hope that Fernando Button doesn't one, try and overtake him because it's slow him down, or two, just follow him along.
Where is C-Dubs right now? Okay, C-Dubs with Dirt McGirt not too far behind. And you can see, is that D's nuts?
Got him!
Rest in peace, D's nuts.
Rip.
Oh my goodness. Oh, too fun, too fun. Split 4, it's where it's at. It's where it's at, y'all.
C-Dubs is doing a bit of fuel saving now, I can see. He's short shifting slightly.
Johnny Boy in the middle of Fernando and Raider. Raider, we know, plans on making his way to the front. I could see him finishing on the podium based on his pace right now, chasing down this Dr. Pepper. But Johnny in a tough place, and really Johnny and Fernando in a tough place. They're both trying to attack the driver ahead, but both defending from behind. I think Fernando is in the better place because he doesn't have somebody quite directly on his bumper.
No, he's got a bit of distance between the car in front and behind. He can just get his head down and hit the delta times that he's expecting through his practices that he's done all week.
Now remind me, Johnny Boy is on the soft, so those are going to start hurting him pretty quickly.
Yeah.
See what happened here. PHG Aero and P12 runs a bit wide. He's on the hard, so he plans on finishing the mediums. Just gets too dirty of tires, too much curb, too much grass, something I've never said. And ends up losing it there on the racing hard tires. Interesting strategy from Aero to start on the hards, wouldn't you say, Mustang Chuck? Or JK?
Yeah, it is interesting. Again, I think we mentioned it earlier. If you're not happy running mediums to a low level, then the hards were the only other option, really. But it just, I think they'll have a slower race time because they have to put the mediums on the end of the race.
Indeed. And so what? So Johnny Boy didn't practice. He started on the soft. He's getting the mediums out of the way. So, and there we go. That's allowing Aero to catch up. So let's go Aero.
Yeah, Johnny Boy definitely didn't practice. So that idea around it was an elaborate plan that put him on softs. It wasn't. It was pure not knowing. And there you go. There's a telltale sign that practice makes perfect.
I do want to. Yeah, for sure. I want to point out my mistake. Chuck said in the chat, in our private chat, that he was going to be right back, and I didn't read it before I went to Chuck. So
Sorry.
that is on me. Nothing on Chuck. Welcome back, Chuck. So if you can give me your opinion now, Chuck.
TKs, don't worry about it.
Okay.
Give me your opinion, Chuck. Tell me what you think now.
I think
Because you have no clue what's going on.
Right. I think that this is once again, like you said, there's no way you can really predict what's going on here. We've got a yellow flag out on the track. Somebody spun.
Oh,
there he is.
Better
Dan.
Oof. There we go. We'll keep you on the spot here, Chuck, and let you take us through this.
Okay, so he comes down, coming up the SpongeBob Bridge, and it looks like it started on that first curb, and he just lost it, then got it back, then lost it again, and now around he went. Get a little bit too much curb, maybe a little bit of the grass, a little bit of the kitty litter, and that sends him around.
Well done. Not
really
by Better Dan,
car.
but by you, Chuck.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
He was fighting that car.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, these drivers, I mean, we're only 7 laps in. We know the rain, they still got at least 7, 8 more laps before the rain comes. It's going to be tricky. Fernando B holding on to that P4, but Raider doing an excellent job in P5, trying to make his way through. Just a matter of time, I think.
I think he's being blinded by that gold chrome.
Oh, yeah. Definitely gets all up, shining in your eyes.
Yeah, especially
on the VR as well.
Exactly. Oh, yeah. So I was going to say, I play VR. I'm not competitive in it yet. I want to be someday. And you can see Fernando making a mistake. But yeah, as for those who play regular in VR, I can't imagine how distracting and difficult that is.
Oh yeah, definitely. As a VR player myself, I can. Look at that!
Raider's got a huge.
Raider,
out of nowhere.
Well played. He just watched. He's like, mistake. Here I go.
There you go. Let's see this again. He's all up in his grill. This is kind of the stuff I like to do. It just kind of, I'm back here. You're going to make a mistake. He drives it right up the inside.
Well done to Raider. So Raider up into P4. So last to first or back to podium. Not out of the question, but he is 7 seconds off of Stamps in P3. C-Dub's working his way up the order as well in P7, trying to hunt down Speed Bump. I see that coming as we look at lap times here. He is improving on his 148. A 147 on the mediums is an excellent lap time, and it looks like he's about to get there. You can see Speed Bump.
C-Dub's is super aggressive on his gear changes. Like he smashes between second and third sometimes. It's he's trying to get rotation in the car, I guess, without trying to burn the tires. That is what he's doing. I don't know, but sounds good. And he's working. He's moving quick.
Yeah, I mean, that's something I like, and I do appreciate the update recently that made it so you couldn't just blip through the gears when you downshifted.
Yeah.
That I appreciate.
Although it's caught me out a few times where I thought I've downshifted and I haven't. I'm like, what? Well, I've got to press it again.
Yeah, we got to press it again.
It's happened to me too. It's a welcome addition, but at the same time, it can really throw you off when it's like, wait, did I go down? Oh.
D-Dub's at a moment.
Yeah, indeed, but he's still applying pressure. Yeah, you're right, it is. But it does allow the drivers who were just waiting to the last moment to brake and just slamming it down to first to get the car stopped. They can't do that anymore. But I do like what C-Dubs is doing. I'm a driver who will, in a corner that you need to exit in third, I'll drop it down to second just for a second and then pop it back up.
Yeah. And I've even found it, in a way, it helps you get faster, because I've found myself getting faster if I calm down when I'm going into the corners.
Yep.
And I make it very methodical. It's not just all the way down the gears. It's just...
Well, by doing that, you get engine brake as well. You then get a lot more braking. It's quite surprising how much later you can brake by just doing that slight change in your gear, in your downshifts.
You can see
I
that this
still think
battle,
it needs a tweak, though. Oh yeah, you can.
yeah, for sure. For sure. This battle, C-Dubs and Speed Bump, C-Dubs not able to get ahead, has allowed Vetterdan to join the party. And now we got a trio here for P6.
Yeah, Speed Bump is he's holding that racing line, and he's like, yeah, you might be faster, but you're gonna have to work hard to get past me.
You're gonna have to push me or do something spectacular. Let's see if Speed Bump's able to maintain patience.
Got a bit tasty there as well.
Coming around, we're on lap 9 of 22. Still, we got several laps until the rain starts to fall. C-Dubs starting in the back, having not been a part of the weekly qualifying, trying to make his way through the field. Vetterdan having an incident early on in the race, trying to make up positions. And it looks like up there at P1, if I look at the track map, Paps is not too far behind Maverick. Look at Paps making his way up, currently with the fastest lap of a 47.0.
How are the tyres looking between the two of them? Maverick's struggling. That's what that is.
And I mean, Paps started P2, Maverick P1, so they have not changed positions. But wow, yeah, what a difference in fuel and tire wear that we're seeing.
Yeah. Maverick's
based on fuel alone. Yeah, based on fuel alone, Paps should jump Maverick in the pits.
Yeah. I mean, we won't really truly understand positioning until the final.
Oh, it's C-Dubs.
Oh no!
Oh no!
What happened?
Overzealous.
It's around the outside. Vetterdan, he's battling Vetterdan. Vetterdan not giving him any options but to go defensive and just off the line a little bit too early on the throttle, feeling the pressure.
And you know what? Yeah, that was really clever by Vetterdan. He just let C-Dubs know he was there, and that done enough for C-Dubs to either press that loud pedal a little bit too soon to make him do that, or just get in his head a little bit and lose his concentration. But either or, great driving.
Great driving indeed. So Vetterdan up into P7 now. He's got his eyes on Speed Bump. Ooh, and it looks like Iron Fix having some issues. Letting Arrow.
Got no tire left. Front left is completely gone.
I imagine we have ourselves.
He's coming in now. I wonder if that's a Supra characteristic. Again, I haven't done much research, so please, anyone in chat that knows better than what I'm talking about, is it a Supra characteristic that's caused that tire wear, or is it driving style? You'd like to know.
Yeah, I'm interested in it as well. I'm pretty sure I think the Supra is not good on tires, but down in the chat, let us know. I'm curious if it's a driving style issue or a vehicle issue.
I imagine it's a combination of both.
Yeah, could be.
Because I know we saw a Supra yesterday, and it wasn't as we see Speed Bump get a little tap, and of course Vetterdan, being the sportsman that he is, slows down. He know that spin was caused by him. Nope. But Speed Bump says, "Hey, go ahead.
No,
I made a mistake too." You know what? I imagine Speed Bump had already lost it, and Vetterdan gave him the touch to put him around. Because I know that happens to me. And the person's like, "I'm so sorry," and you're like, "Dude, I was already crashing." Let's see here. I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say. I don't know. Great sportsmanship.
Yeah. I mean that just proves the point that look, we're not here to smash people off the track, and if it happens, it's an accident.
Yeah,
deal with it.
So clearly, Speed Bump not upset.
Yeah,
but
we're very clean racers here in the PHG community.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I was gonna say Speed Bump was given a masterclass in defensive driving.
He was.
Because he was holding up C-Dubs, really fast driver, and Vetterdan, really fast driver, And apart from that small incident, he was being a pain in the rear end for all of them. And it just goes to show you might not have the pace, but if you can drive and position your car in the right way, you can still come out with a result. Whoa, Better Dan was all over.
Better Dan, pulling a Dale Earnhardt, the pass in the grass that wasn't a pass. Anybody remember that? NASCAR fans down in the comments.
Dirt McGirt up to P7, well played, and yeah, it is great to see. Obviously, he didn't mean to take him out. Speed bump didn't feel like he took him out or felt like it was fair enough, because also it's just a matter of time. If you're the defender, it's just a matter of time before you get that bump. I mean, and in real racing, a penalty will be implied. As Better Dan runs too deep there, losing the position to speed bump. Yep, here we go. We're back at it.
He is actually a speed bump. He's slowing us down. No disrespect, speed bump.
It is good to see. This has been some great racing all the way down in split 4. Just to remind everybody, we had splits 1 and 3 yesterday on my channel, T-Case. And then we've had splits 2 and 4 today on this channel, Mr. Casual. If you are watching, please like and subscribe. We would greatly appreciate it. Check out the website, papa's-house-of-game.com. As you can see, B Paps is closing the gap there to Maverick, bringing it within a second. But Maverick is pushing the tires, and you see a whistle there. And the Sailor.
Both of their tires don't look good. Both of their tires don't look good.
Is their fuel's about the same? It looks like Paps has a bit more fuel, which will help in the pits. And you can see we still got blue skies out there, so no rain yet, but we do know it is imminent.
I think these two drivers are coming at the end of lap 4.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that over there.
The intermediates.
Oh yeah, over the mountainside, you can see how gray it is. Yeah, coming for the enters. We know you can run at least one lap. We saw Josh pit very early for enters and make it work for him, even doing a full lap in the dry, making those enters work. So I don't think there's any harm coming in a bit early.
No.
It's just a matter of that pit entry if you're coming in a bit late. And you can see side by side, Dirt McGirt and Better Dan. Better Dan now up to P7 with Johnny Boy pretty far behind. 6 seconds behind is Johnny Boy, so nothing to worry about. Just focus on Better Dan up ahead. Yeah, great question. Speed bump was doing so great, and it looks like we lost him. He must have had a blowout there. Or some type of mechanical failure, unable to complete the race. So Better Dan, no speed bump ahead, and move on. C-Dub's going to look to try to close down Fernando, and you look, Maverick into the pits.
Maverick's in.
Pap staying out. What's going to happen here? Anybody going to follow suit? What's Stamp's going to do? Stamp's going to come across the line, stays out. Gonna risk it. That front left does not look good. Raider looking better on the front left.
He's got really good amounts of fuel, Raider.
Fernando looking good. Yep, right on to stay out.
And Fernando, he's got good fuel. That tire's gonna be dead by the end of the lap.
It's gonna be tough. And look at there's Maverick. So Maverick comes out P5. Comes out P5, no problem.
Did Maverick refuel? Yeah, I think he's put fuel in the car.
Let's see. Yes, he has. And look,
he's fueled to the end of the race.
The enters against those worn mediums, I'd take the enters, I think.
Yeah, those worn mediums won't be nice now.
You can see how even on cold tires, he is gaining on Fernando. This is going to be tricky. Obviously, he doesn't want to wear out those enters while it's still dry, but he doesn't want to get held up by Fernando. It's a matter of putting those seconds on the clock and making it to where once Paps pits, he comes out in front.
I reckon the rain comes in about 30 seconds.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Coming down into the tricky bit here.
Start my stopwatch on my Omega Speedmaster Michael Schumacher edition. And I hear via production, Papa is officially downloading the most ridiculous game for PlayStation 5. That is NASCAR 25. Hope to see you on Thursday Night Thunders for ridiculousness as we see Maverick fighting Fernando, and Paps is in the pits. Paps in the pits. It has been 30 seconds, and we have yet to see rain, so you are incorrect. Stamps in the pits. Raider in the pits. Where's Maverick going to come out? Well, on Paps to come out. I mean, streets ahead. 14,
well, yeah,
13.
but
What?
Did Paps fill? Did Paps refill?
Yeah, I believe he refueled till the end, right?
No, he
Ooh.
hasn't. He hasn't.
He'll need a splash. He'll need a splash.
He's taken a little bit, but he'll need more go-go juice for the.
He will, but
final
9 seconds. I mean, they were nose to tail.
Yeah, it's that 3 liters a second. It's no joke.
No joke. Raider.
That's why in this race, if I was here, I'd be saving as much. If I was the car behind and the times that we're doing are good, I'll sit there saving fuel all day long.
Yeah, fair enough. You can see Raider possibly going to need to take a splash as well, but good on Raider, last up into P3, and he's got Stamps just behind him. Stamps will not get the refuel. Obviously, the rain is going to dry out. They will need to shift to the soft tires for most drivers. Arrow did start on the hards. It looks like Dirt McGurk. Let's see what happens into T1. You can see who's coming out of the pits. Better Dan out on the pits onto the. Oh, he's trying to get out of the way. A bit unpredictable from Better Dan. I see what he was trying to do. But the best thing to do there is just hold it. Nothing for Dirt McGirt to do other than make contact, unfortunately.
Yeah, if he just held his line, then then everyone knows what everyone's doing.
Yeah, it's so hard to do in these tracks where the pit exit puts you on the racing line. It's like, why did you do that?
And in VR it's even worse because you don't get much of a radar, and the mirrors, although they do work, they don't work particularly great when a car's really close to you. Yep. It's almost like the car disappears, and then you're having to look around to see where it is. Yeah,
then you're spazzing out, and people are like, nobody drives like that. You're like, well, we do in VR.
I can confirm. There was something. I think it was at Sardinia, or was it? No, it wasn't Sardinia. But which one was it? I forget where it was, but I'm screaming across the front stretch, and somebody rejoins the track, and they merge over, and I'm sitting here thinking like, okay, it's gonna ghost, and it didn't ghost, and I got a massive pen for it because I matched the guy trying to get back on the track.
That's why I prefer just no ghosting. Just don't introduce it. If there was no ghosting, that stuff wouldn't happen.
Yeah, I think it was outside.
Yeah, you would just avoid it. Track. But because everybody's gotten so used to ghosting, people just try to drive through people, and then they unghost, and it's like, nope. And that's why I think all leagues and at least GTWS should be no ghosting. Just turn it off.
Yeah.
Same with lap cars. You run into that in the longer races. Lap cars shouldn't be ghosted. They should be an issue, and they should get out of the way. They should still maintain their drive, but it shouldn't be just you're able to drive through them, because that's part of lap traffic.
Yeah, I agree, but
flagged for a whole lap, and if they still don't get out of the way, then they're ghosted. Just give some realism.
Something like that.
Yeah, I think the problem with that though is that you got guys who don't really drive as cleanly as they should, and don't understand those kind of things that we understand.
Well, that's it. Where
even if it's not in a lobby, isn't it? Maybe not daily rated, because you do.
Yeah, not dailies, but if it's in a league, then that guy gets a penalty or a ban. Like if you're gonna block traffic, you get banned from the league. Yeah, in dailies, it's not going to work. There's no regulation in dailies, let's be honest. There's not much you can do. But Vetterdan trying to apply all the pressure as we see the track starting to dry out. We're starting to see the dry line here. See if Vetterdan, he's pushing him. And you can see he's going to get on the wet bit. Dirt McGirt does the same.
Cool.
Let's see if Vetterdan pulls out here and goes for the lunge. He's got the overspeed, but he brakes really early, being extra cautious. And Dirt McGirt feeling the pressure.
I think Dirt broke late.
Yep.
That made it look like Vetter broke early. I think it was the other way around that.
Vetterdan in the Intimidator, applying the intimidation, and Dirt McGirt losing out again with those dirty tires, allowing Johnny Boy. And PHG Aero being in the back goes ahead and pits for those mediums. Now he doesn't have to pit again. He gets on the track, no problem. The track's going to be drying out. You see Paps going in the pits now. Gonna put on the soft, I imagine.
This is where we're going to see the true positioning of Maverick and Paps.
Yep, the fuel, and you can see about 9% fuel difference. As Raider opts to stay out an extra lap, Stamps as well stays out. Maverick into the pits. You can see Stamps comes out ahead of Paps. Paps now in P3. Iron Fix nowhere to go in P11. Iron Fix a lap down.
Yeah, I think where he lost his front tyre, he probably had to pit twice just to get through the rain.
Yep, that makes sense.
Did he have a moment? Because he's come out 10 seconds behind Paps. Wow.
I mean, the fuel rate is very slow.
Oh, Paps didn't refuel again?
No.
Or did he?
Yeah, he's trying to make it to the end. That's going to be a tall order. I imagine that 10-second gap.
Would have been.
Yeah, that 10-second gap's going to go down. He's going to need to bang. I don't think we've
seen anyone else do that, have we? I might not recall seeing anyone else do that. It's an interesting strategy. It makes sense. Like we said, there's a lot of time to be gained on the free fuel.
Ooh, the tricky bit. Is he going to go wide? He looks great. He goes wide.
Stamps. That's going to allow Paps to really catch him.
I mean, he's got to come in anyways. Those intermediates are knackered.
It's no fun to have no grip, that's for sure. You can see Paps just gaining on every corner, entry, and exit. They go under
this is hurting Paps even more, though. You know, Maverick will be moving quick.
Yep. Oh, he's able to get by. Wow. He's going to be relieved. He's going to have nothing but clean air now to send it through as Raider and Stamps.
That is a real short shift.
I mean, he's barely... You're seeing it there at the bottom of your screen, halfway. I mean, just past halfway is Paps. And Maverick now 9.7. He was 10.5 at the start of that last lap. So he's moving at almost a second a lap now. But now Paps has clean air, so we'll see.
It's going to be an exciting end to the race if it continues how it is.
And that's how it's been. We've had 3 races coming down to the end. And it's been a good time every time. Where it's 80% of the time, every time.
Every time.
Every time.
Now I want to watch the Anchorman movies.
Anchorman movie. Yeah, it's a good film.
Hey, everybody. Come see how good I look.
I have a friend who worked in news, and she saw the movie, and she said, "You'd be surprised how accurate this is."
I'm not at all surprised. You see Raider, I mean, that solid P3 Stamps, you know, wanting to fight back, but Raider has shown his march up the field. It's not to be
C-Dubs is still 6th even after his spin. That's a drive.
Impressive. And I mean, It's helpful that Betterdan had his incident, Dirt McGirt had their incident. So, you know, P6 back have all had some type of drama. Fernando B, I mean, solid, holding on to that P5. He's been pretty mistake-free.
Yeah.
Don't want to curse him here, but maybe it's that Johnny Walker Gold. He's got that money.
Could be.
Raider still with stamps in the mirror. Never fun to see as we start lap 20 of 22. The track is wet out there, but they don't care. Now it's dry into the braking zone. On the brakes, can he get it slowed down, turned in? Stamps a bit later on the brakes.
He's much later on the brakes.
Really close to the gap. That is impressive. Really great braking from Stamps.
Yeah, he's really closed up on the braking there.
I mean, look at this. It looks like he's in a completely different machine. And I guess he is, as he's in the Honda NSX. And Raider's in the Nissan GTR. You can see little taps there, like saying, let's go. You know, if you don't want this podium, I'll take it from you. Just the opportunity.
He's I'll have that off you, thanks very much. I'll wait till lap 22.
We'll give the boys in the booth some drama as he tries to go around the outside. Whoa. He turns in, nowhere for him to go. Raider maintaining it, but there he goes. Now he's got the switchback, and he's up the inside. But now it's going to be
this is dangerous. Yeah.
Oh no, the tricky man.
Oh my goodness. Nobody's backing out. Nobody's giving way. Raider, rightfully so, holds on to the inside. Stamps with just enough room to stay on the track. That was incredible wheel-to-wheel racing that we saw for the battle.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was risky. That was high risk, high reward for Stamps if he made that through. But yeah, Raider did the right thing. Gave him just enough space on the run out of that corner.
He didn't push him on the grass.
Nope, he gave him just enough space.
Enough room. I mean, that was F1 caliber of space being given right there. That was some solid racing. Shout out to RTR Stamps and PHG Raider. And Pap's getting closed in on by Maverick. Not as quick as Maverick would have liked. I think we're going to run out of time here for Maverick to gain on him.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to gain on him enough. It's not enough time. Pap's done a really good race.
Pending a mistake of some kind.
It's brilliant.
But Gito, everybody needs to subscribe to Mr. Casual's channel. Mr. Casual is not monetized yet on YouTube. He's got to hit that 500 sub mark. If you want to donate, hit that subscribe button and you can donate. But you can also go to Papa's channel and check out his PayPal and send him some love there.
Also, my friend Bobber Gito wants to donate for my perm and for Chuck's beer fund. I'll tell you what, next time I might let my hair down and see how that goes.
You say beer?
Yeah, instead of having a man bun, maybe I'll leave it down next time.
Johnny Boy really applying the pressure as Arrow goes purple. And look at that, Johnny Boy sneaks his way up the inside. Unfortunately, it becomes the outside, but Arrow gives him the space, allowing it to come through, and you can see Dirt McGirt just ahead. Johnny Boy trying to make his way through the ranks.
Yeah, Johnny Boy has had an interesting race.
He really has.
With tyre choices. What is he on? Full wets at the moment, is he?
And you can see as we are on the final lap, fuel is low. Stamps still applying the pressure to Raider. This battle for P3 is very exciting. This Stamp's going to be able to get it done. He's only got a couple opportunities left to go as he's coming up on the outside. Is he going to try for a classic switcheroo as Raider wants ride? Is this going to allow? No, it doesn't because of where we are in the track. He comes back on the inside. Stamps again, trying to do the cutback. He's cut back like crazy. Crofty would be going nuts right now.
Radar is super intelligent here. He is basically parking the car on the apex to stop Stamps from having the overspeed. That is smart racing. If you want to learn how to defend, have a look at this lap with Radar.
Indeed. And, we saw it earlier. Defending too hard could end in a bit of a bump off the
Here we
track.
go.
But so
Round
far,
2.
Stamps has been doing a good job.
Yeah.
And look,
Oh,
nowhere for Stamps to go.
His car position is impeccable. Like,
It's really
genuinely,
incredible.
it's absolutely amazing.
As you can see, holy smokes, Paps, while we're over
Paps
here
already
gawking for P3, Paps has finished the race. Maverick in P2, and Raider and Stamps still not. Is Stamps going to be able to get by? Raider holding on for dear life. Come on, guys. Let's finish this race. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Get on the gas. Get on the gas. Let's go. Go, go.
This is going to be a finish.
The exit. The exit. The exit. He stays sucked in.
Oh!
If the line were further down,
Oh, no.
Get it. But Fernando B, really impressing me there with a solid P5.
Well done. Well done. C-Dubs, well done.
Johnny Boy, Better Dan. So I will say Maverick and Paps swap positions. Raider last to third. Fernando B only lost a position due to Raider. Very impressive driving from these drivers. That was fun to watch.
Even all the way down in Split 4, this has been a very entertaining weekend for all of us.
Yeah, I absolutely loved it.
It really has been. If you haven't checked out the races yesterday, as you can see, the battle for P10 comes down to the last corner, and it is over. We had 2 races yesterday on my channel, and then these final 2 races today. As you can see, Loose Moose Racing there. Mr. Paps across the line. Chuck, take us through these results, man.
Okay, so in P1, we've got B Pabst in the GTR. In P2, we have Maverick in the BRZ. P3, we've got PHG Zone Raider. In P4, we've got RTR Stamps in the NSX. In P5, we have BHR Fernando Button in the GTR as well. In P6, we've got PHG C-Dubs in the BRZ. In P7, we have the NSX Group 3 car. Well, they're all Group 3 cars. In P8, we have Beehive Racing's Johnny Boy in the RX Vision GT3 Concept. P9, we have Dirt McGirt and the NSX. In P10, we have PHG Aero once again in the NSX. In P11, we've got Iron Fix from PHG in the Supra. And in P12, we've got Speed Bump in the NSX.
Oh, we've lost TK. He's turned into a chair.
I'm here. I'm here.
Shelly Omas.
I was just
doing a Harry Potter. I'm doing a Harry Potter. Shelly Omas.
Yeah.
Expelliarmus. There we go.
You didn't even notice that you weren't there, TK, at all, to be honest.
Very, very nicely done. That was some excellent racing. So that wraps it up. I mean, we've had 4 races this weekend. We have another round next week. We need to pick a driver for this race, for the final split. We'll start with you, Chuck. What are you thinking for a driver of this race?
I think I'm going to go with Raider for the back to front charge. Just excellent racecraft, weaving his way through the field, ducking and dodging, zigging and zagging. I think that's my pick for driver of the race.
Good choice.
All right, and how about you there, JK?
I am going to pick Paps because
Yep.
I'm shocked that his no fuel strat worked. So fair play, good job. Thinking outside the box, and it worked. So yeah, he's my driver of the day.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, I'm gonna do what I did last time and go and say two. Again, I think Fernando really showed an excellent, solid race with a mix of drivers in there, and then on top of that, with Maverick's performance, I mean, he started on pole, finishing second. I mean, that was a great drive. Well done to those drivers. So
Yeah,
we'll
absolutely.
we'll get a poll up. We'll get a poll up. So again, we have round 7 now coming up next weekend. Qualifying will be Tuesday and Wednesday this next week. All right. The qualifying, that is where you will be put into your split. If you're watching right now and you want to be a part of this and you haven't done any of it, you can join. You can join.
Hmm.
Check out the website, papashouseofgame.com. All the information will be there. Join the Discord. Show up for qualifying. You'll be added into the final race. It's going to be a crazy one. I can tell you that much. And we'll have all that qualifying going on during the week. Then we'll have splits 1 and 3 happen Friday night. Split 2 and 4 happen Saturday afternoon. And they are a very good time. I'm looking here right now. Hold on one second. What is the race next week? What is the final race? I can't even remember.
It's the Nürburgring.
Oh my
Oh
goodness.
no!
Are you kidding
On
me,
pop-
Pam?
on-
All
On
right. So,
popular opinion, I do not like that track.
yeah, same.
I'm with you, JK. I'm with you. Uh,
So we got
some people
round
It's a
love it.
skill
7.
issue. I'm not very good at it, so I don't like it.
Nürburgring Nordschleife, any Group 3 German car. So I imagine we'll see the new Porsche out there. I believe we'll
Good
see
car.
some AMGs. I believe we'll see some M6s. And a surprising car that we've seen recently is the Z4 Group 3 car has kind of become a
Good car.
popular option. So we'll
Mhm.
see a good mix of cars out there. So qualifying will be on the 24th of February and the 25th of February. Splits 1 and 3 will be on the 27th of February, and splits 2 and 4 the 28th of February. Again, you can check it all out on papashouseofgame.com, and it looks like, rightly so, Raider with his last to first challenge, even though he didn't finish first, but you know what I mean, last to podium challenge with 43% of the votes. Well done, Raider, driver of the
Well
race.
done, well done. We might see a
Wow.
Beetle next week.
Oh yeah, we will see a Beetle for
Might,
sure.
might,
You
we
know,
might see
Papa's
a
going to be
Beetle.
in that.
That might be
that's what I
a
was leaning towards.
that might be a hidden weapon on the Nürburgring because there's
Hey,
only that one real fast section towards the end of the track that's just the long straightaway. Other than that, it's just you're bobbing and weaving the whole darn way. Like I said, I'm with you, JK. I'm not a big fan of Nürb because it's just because of
It's
its
hard.
massive size. It's huge. It's a beautiful track, great scenery. I'm not taking away from that, but it's just like knowing when to brake, where it's just sensory overload.
I think for me, I raced it a lot. I think Gran Turismo 4, but I don't see it as a racetrack. I feel like I'm driving on a country lane, following the car in front, hoping they'll crash. You know,
It's more
otherwise I'm
initial
waiting to the
D.
long straight. Yeah, and so for me, I like racetracks like Spa, where or any real racetrack we've got, because that there comes. Well, I'll outbrake you on this corner, or I'll set up my pass for the next 2 corners on. You can't do that with Nürburgring. I feel that you're almost where you qualify, unless you make a mistake, especially for all the technical part, is pretty much where you'll stay, unless you know.
Yeah,
It might just be. It's probably a skill issue on my part. There's going to be people in chat and other drivers that will go, "No, you can pass. You pass in every corner you come to." But for me, I get very nervous when trying to overtake someone.
yeah, and as a guy who's not a fan of Formula One, TK's, you and I were talking about maybe me jumping in on watching some Formula One races coming up this season. But you mentioned about where you qualify is roundabouts where you're going to finish. It's like that in Monaco. I've heard it said. Just because of how narrow it is. I mean, I get it.
Yeah,
It's a
don't start
historic
watching.
track.
Yeah. Don't start watching F1 watching Monaco, because you'll never watch it again.
No, Monaco's there just because it's Monaco. That's the alt. So when I played F1 on PlayStation, I simulated that race every time because I hated driving Monaco. But I will say the Nürburgring GP gives you opportunities, and if this were the 24-hour layout or something, giving you a bit of the GP circuit instead of just the Nordschleife, you're right. But it being just the Nordschleife, so it is the country road. That's what it is. It is twisty. It is initial D. It is, I'm going to apply as much pressure until you make a mistake, and then I'll take advantage when you crash. And that's what we have here. And so, with that being said, I do want to give a big thanks again to our sponsors, 4D Raceware, Lithograph Comics, Miss Chronicles, and Vex Graphic Design. Thank you, JK. Thank you, Mustang Chuck. Thank you, Mr. Casual. Please be sure to like and subscribe. I'll let you say goodbye, Chuck.
Yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Glad you stopped in. Like and subscribe to all of us if you like what you see. A bunch of us do some streaming, like TK said. But until next time, as I always say, stay safe out there. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do, and we will catch you all later.
Indeed, and you too, Mr. JK.
Short and sweet from me. Adios. Good night, and have a nice weekend. See you next week.
All right. Yes, indeed. Take care, everybody. Remember, PHG, great racers, better people. Thanks for joining in. We'll catch you next time.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game
over. Game over.